If you're watching the replay, you could always support the show by sending a super thanks. That's right, a super thanks. That's the heart shape with the $sign in it. Right below the video. Shout out to the early No Cap crew. Shout out to everybody in the building. All the mods, VIP crew, thank you. Share and hit that like button. Let's go.
Spacey got the sauce on.
We have a smoking show tonight. Special guest, legendary Nique at Night is in the building. Let's get it, man.
No Cap-tivity.
Hey, bruh, I appreciate you, man. Listen, man, go sub to my boy, man. Listen, man, go sub to my boy, No Cap-tivity, man. He's a good dude, man.
Sauce boy shit, what you want me to prove?
Spacey got the sauce on. Spacey got the sauce on.
Hey, bro, I appreciate you, man. Listen, man, go sub to my boy, man. Listen, man, go sub to my boy, No Captivity, man. He's a good dude, man.
Sauce boy shit, what you want me to prove?
Spacey got the sauce on. Spacey got the sauce on.
Special guest, Nique at Nite in the building. Shout out to the early No Cap crew, VIP crew, mods, all the working mods. I appreciate you. It's gonna be a wonderful show tonight. Happy Friday to all my hard-working folks out there. Hashtag free Karmelo Anthony. You don't want to miss this one.
Spacey got the sauce on. Spacey got the sauce on.
Hey, bro, I appreciate you, man. Listen, man, go sub to my boy, man. Listen, man, go sub to my boy, No Captivity, man. He's a good dude, man.
Sauce boy shit, what you want me to prove?
Spacey got the sauce on.
Times in our life,
You got time to sing on it. You sing.
we all have pain.
So man, you gonna sing it.
We all have sorrow. Then I look at Wayne and I know that he will be ugly tomorrow. Lean on me when you're my cousin and I'll be your friend. I help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need my cousin to care.
No Cap-tivity. Freezy.
What up? You are officially locked in to No Cap-tivity with Freezy, where we tackle issues that sometimes have us trapped in this thing that we call life. But if you know me, you know my motto. To free yourself, you must heal yourself. And if you're rock with your dog, please hit that like and subscribe button hard right now. And also comment and share this live stream and subscribe and make sure you hit that notification bell. That is, if you rock with your boy, Freezy.
No Cap.
Shout out to the early No Cap crew, everybody in the building. This is an important show tonight. Listen, during Karmelo Anthony's trial, I followed a young lady that has been doing great work throughout the years. And the Karmelo Anthony trial was no exception. Nique at Nite is in the building.
No Cap-tivity.
Now, I don't want to waste too much of her time. Usually I do a roll call. I haven't really been doing roll call like that because y'all been flooding the chat, and I appreciate y'all. But I am going to show y'all exactly how to get your comments read and highlighted. First off, put a 1 in the chat if you're okay with sharing the live stream and becoming a part of the No Cap campaign. For those of you who are willing to share the live stream, the share button is right below the video, right next to the like and the dislike button. And as soon as you hit that share button, it gives you an option to share it out to any one of your favorite social media platforms, or you can copy the link and share it out to any one of your close friends and family. Either way, thank you for sharing the live stream and becoming a part of the No Cap campaign. And for all of you that put a 1 in the chat and actually shares the live stream, I wish all of y'all $11 million in your life. Believe it and receive it. Shout out to everybody that hit the like button. If you haven't hit the like button, please do so at this present time. I wish you $4 million in your life. Let's get it.
Subscribe, don't forget to hit that notification bell. Don't forget to hit the like and make sure you share.
Thank you. I appreciate you for hitting the like button. If you don't like something about the live stream so far, just hit the dislike button. We appreciate it either way. There's 3 ways to support this platform, especially if you would like to get your comments read and highlighted. The first way is by Super Cap, aka Super Chat. That's the rectangle box with the $ slap dab in the middle of it. Right down there where you type your chats, just like Miss Winters did. Shout out to Miss Winters. Thank you for your $2 Super Cap. We appreciate you. Also, shout out to Mimi White, $2 Super Cap. Thank you. She said, as always, have a great show. Thank you, sis. And Elite Ballet Zoe. Thank you, Elite Ballet Zoe, for the $20 Super Cap. I appreciate you.
No Cap.
You are the initial sponsor of tonight's show. And we're going to put you on the sponsorship board in a minute. Shout out to you, sis.
Hey, hold up, wait. Do I see 5s, 10s, 20s in the place? No Cap, appreciate. Cash out, cha-ching. Suka chat, cha-ching. Suka stickers, memberships. PayPal's in the building, let it rain like that. Don't forget them cities, don't forget them hundreds. Blessings coming fast, we ain't waiting on nothing. Appreciate everything that you spend. When you run it back again. Hey, hey, hey. Money talk.
Thank you, Elite Bellizo. To be a co-sponsor or official sponsor of tonight's show, it has to be $20 or more. Thank you. The second way to support the show, especially if you want your comments read and highlighted, is by Cash Cap. The Cash Cap is $Freezy No Cap, $Freezy No Cap. And last but not least, the third way, if you want your comments read and highlighted, is by PayPal. The PayPal is No Cap-tivity with Freeze. That's No Cap-tivity with Freeze. And listen, to become a sponsor of tonight's show, it has to be $20 or more. Shout out to my sister Elite Bellizo. And hold on, let me check the Cash Cap 1 second. Hold on 1 second.
You can't try me, no captivity. Freezing. I know it's hard to understand me. Respect me, to speak me.
Okay, shout out to Joshua. Joshua, thank you, Joshua Israel. I appreciate you.
Check the cash out, bitch.
Thank you for the $1 Cash Cap. And also shout out to
Check the cash
our
out,
brother
bitch.
LJ. Shout out to LJ. He said, Freezy, bring your ass, bro. This LOL. Shout out to LOL for the $50 Cash Cap. I appreciate you. Shout out to LOL.
No captivity.
Let's see. You are the official sponsor of tonight's show, and we're gonna bless you. Shout out to you.
Do as he fast. 10s, 20s in the place. No cap. Appreciate. Cash out. Super chat. Super stickers. Memberships. PayPal's in the building later. I ain't like. Don't forget the 50s. Don't forget them hundreds. Blessings coming fast. We ain't waiting on nothing. Appreciate everything that you spend when you feel generous. Run it back again. Cash out. Cash out. Money talk. Money talk. Let it flow.
Thank you, LOL, to be a co-sponsor, official sponsor of tonight's show. It has to be $50 or more now. Now's the time to bring my guest on. I don't want to keep her waiting any longer. A lot of you guys know her. She goes by the name of Nique at Night. A lot of us have been watching Nique at Night for a while. Well, I decided to bring her on the show tonight because she's been covering this Karmelo Anthony case extensively. But I also brought her on because I wanted to specifically talk about what personally happened to her as well at the Collin County Courthouse, which when I first seen it, it was very serious to me. And many of you probably seen it too. We're going to talk about a lot of things tonight. But without further ado, I'm going to bring my sister on. Nique at Night. Shout out to my sister, Nique at Night. Thank you, sis, for being here. You just come off mute 1 second. Just come off mute and then we can hear your voice.
Okay, hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Nique at Night, and thank you for having me, Freezy.
Nah, thank you for coming because I want to give a special shout out to Uda on Go because Uda on Go, he kind of connected the dots. But I do want to say this. This is not my first time on the panel with Nique at Night. Okay, I was on Nique at Night's panel, and she put me in charge actually of moderating her show, and she kind of gave me a big training lesson. You said I didn't know how to throw them bowls properly. You think I know how to throw them bowls now a little bit?
Yeah, you maneuvering it a lot more smoothly. You just gotta get in there and tell them like, hey, calm down, simmer down.
Yeah. Well, let's get right into it. We're gonna read the super caps later on. Thank y'all for the support. If you want your comments read and highlighted, send a super cap, cash cap, or PayPal. So, Nick, let's just get started. How long have you been doing this? Did you start out doing investigative journalism? Or did you start out doing something else and you slowly migrated into this? Because, I've seen you on location covering many celebrities. You know, the Diddy trial, T.I. and Tiny, just to name a few. You're very experienced in this game. How long have you been doing this, Nick?
Okay, so my very, very, very first YouTube video was a long time ago. If I tell you exactly how long ago, it's gonna show my age, but we're proud to be where we are. Anyways, my first commentary video was in 2008. And what inspired me to do commentary back
on
then,
YouTube?
On YouTube, yes. I have videos on YouTube from 2008. Yes. So what inspired me to do videos was Free and AJ on 106 in Park, Ananda Lewis on MTV TRL. And I always wanted to be like a video jockey like that, where they would like announce the music videos and stuff like that. I figured I'd get my own footing into doing it and create my own videos. So when Obama became president, I did a video about that. I did videos about like Diddy and just random stuff. Single Ladies was hot back then. I think I did a video on like the parody of Single Ladies. Yeah. But unfortunately, back then, YouTube didn't have a monetization platform like they do now. They had to where you had to have like millions of followers. You had to apply. And if they so happen to want to give you money, then they give you money. But yeah, that you had to apply, and I got denied back in 2008 because it was only the platforms who had, like I said, millions of subs that they were incentivizing at that time. So I started doing commentary. Then I decided, you know what? This not making me no money. So I decided to get into music videos. I like my first music video was Lady Gaga featuring Beyonce, Telephone music video.
Hold on, man. Wait. Cause you just throwing this around like it ain't nothing. Say it again. Could you just repeat that for the audience? Please, go ahead.
The first music video I was casted in was Lady Gaga featuring Beyonce, Telephone. I'm in the diner scene at the end where Lady Gaga poisons the diner. I eat something and then croak. Basically, it's real fast, but I'm there. That's me. You know.
That's all that count. That's all that matters.
That was my very first music video. And when I got casted for that, I made a decision and I'm like, I'm doing commentary, but that's not paying me. And at the time, like Perez Hilton was popular. And I didn't want people to think like, oh, if I go onto like a music video set or if I go to like industry spaces, I'm gonna be like trying to spill tea on them. Yeah. So I basically stepped away from doing commentary. I pursued music videos for a while. And then at like down the line, got pregnant, stepped away from the industry overall. And then I came back, I want to say in like 2017. Yeah. And that's when I decided to be completely consistent. And from there, since 2017 till now, I've been consistent, doing videos, doing commentary, stuff like that.
Well, I think that you're a legend in the game and you just do a great job. You're just good at what you do. And obviously you have a huge following. And I was just teasing Nick yesterday about this. I mean, she can just go live. Like me, I'm kind of jealous because, you know, I got to do all this preparation, you know, whatever, just so y'all can be, just so my audience can be convinced, oh, okay, Freezy's serious, he's going live. Nick can just press live and then y'all, it's like, you can tell you almost have like a cult following, you know. Do you think you have almost like
No, I don't have a cult following.
Not a cult following, but you have fans.
No, I mean, I don't think so. No.
I think you have fans. I wasn't saying, let me straighten this out. I didn't say Nick is a cult. No, I was just saying that I just noticed that you have devout followers, right? I'm pretty sure you've had followers that's been viewing you for years and following you for years.
I have some loyal subs, but I wouldn't say, well, I don't think like when you say cult like following, I know the difference between like, oh, like a cult and a cult like following. I
Yeah.
think a lot of the YouTubers who kind of side with like a certain like female rappers, I think those people have like the cult like following because they adapt the following of like certain rappers. I don't side with any rappers, so I don't really have like a cult core audience. A lot of the YouTubers, they'll like either it'll be somebody that's like Team Cardi B or Team Nique, and then they like adopt their following,
Yeah.
so to speak, and they have like this cult core that is with them. I don't really have that, but I do have day ones that have been watching me for years, but not like a
Yeah.
cult like follow.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
No
Yeah, exactly.
Cap-tivity.
Exactly. They rocking with Nick. I want to get right into it as far as Collin County. What motivated you to go to Collin County, Texas to attend Karmelo Anthony's trial from the beginning?
So I first heard about it and I immediately saw that he was charged.
Mm-hmm.
And I immediately saw that there was different people who were having like a divide on if he should be charged, if he should not be charged. And I thought the story was intriguing on how you had similar to OJ, where it was like the black people are over here, the white people are over here, and they're kind of like, well, I feel like it's up the fence. I feel like it's, this or that. And so that was kind of what drew me to it. But when I first heard about it, I was like, I made my mind up at the Diddy trial last year that I was going to cover this one. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to get into the side quest. I'm not going to get into the people who try to make the story be about them. I'm not trying to get into the side characters.
Right.
I'm not going to try to interview the parents. I'm not trying to do any of that. I made up my mind at the Diddy trial that I'm going to cover this case and I'm going to cover it with a fresh pair of eyes and go in as neutral as possible. Now, I started into like my preparation, I want to say 2 months before the trial. Hit up the PIO, the public information officer, to see if I can be one of the media slots. The judge had made this announcement that they were only going to have 9 media. And so I contacted the courts and the public information officer so that I can submit my credentials to be one of the media. Now, they had us go through this application process where we were to say like, hey, do you want to be in the main courtroom? Do you want to be in the overflow room? Like, what is your credentials, etc.? And we filled out this form. And then one day I want to say 2 to 3 weeks later after that, I wrote the court and I was like, hey, what's the status on when we'll know who's picked? And it just so happened to be a day that they had all of the legacy media there. And the PIO writes me back and he was like, oh, in summary, just because legacy media was here today, nobody has been selected. They were just brought in by the bailiff and they were just here. And I didn't even ask him any of that. He just volunteered that. And they were just here to get B-roll of the courtroom and nobody's picked. And then in my head, I'm thinking, so legacy media is not picked. We still are in the runnings to see if we get one of the slots. However, we didn't get the invite to go see the courtroom before trial. But legacy media, all the local news stations got to go to the court, film the courtroom so that their audiences can see like what the court looks like empty, like on an empty slate, and get a feel of the lay of the land. We didn't get that invite, but nobody's selected. Cool. I'm like, yeah, right. I'm like, yeah, right. I had talked to I think some like Gerald from the NCB, and I'm like, I think that they already selected them. They bullshitting us. And lo and behold, like 2 weeks later, we all get the email that says, oh, we decided to just go with legacy media. We decided to prioritize legacy media, and here are the list of rules that you are to follow. There's going to be this. There's going to be a curfew. You can't come on the lot from 11 p.m. at night to 6 a.m. You can't be in this designated area. You can't do this, this, and that. And then it was like all of these list of rules that we had to abide by, or else we were going to be banned from coming. So one of the stipulations is said.
But before you go into the stipulations, this trial, was this one of the most strictest trials you've actually attended? Because you've gone to other trials and stuff, but is this like one of the most strictest process you've actually witnessed for yourself?
Yeah, I think that they were trying to be strict, but they made it more ridiculous than it needed to be.
Okay.
Like it was like it was whatever. I don't know. They were trying to be, I guess, cautious of the racial tension, I guess, but they made it more hectic to me.
Okay, so you was about to go into the stipulations.
Yeah, so one of the stipulations was, can you bring the only people that could bring in a laptop is Legacy Media. I mean, not Legacy Media, but the approved media. And I said, well, how can I get approved to bring my laptop? Like, I'll go in through the public, but how can I come in to bring my laptop?
Yeah.
And the PIO writes me back and he's like, only Legacy Media can take notes. And then I'm like, well, okay.
Could you tell the audience the difference between Legacy Media and you guys?
So Legacy Media is television networks or established media like CNN, Fox News, stuff like that. So like your local ABC, or in Texas, they have WFAA. Those are stations that have been established for years and years and years. They broadcast and they have like the news stations. And then us, we're independent. We have our own platforms. We don't really have like this whole established network. We're just independent. So that's the difference. But so he was telling me that they like, we couldn't even come in and take notes at all. So I'm like, okay, well, I understand, like, I can't bring my laptop, but what about a pen and a paper? And then he writes me back and he's like, only approved media can take notes. So I'm
That's
like,
crazy.
What? So I wrote the court and I'm like, okay, maybe he keeps confusing and thinking that I'm asking him again about a laptop. I'm not asking about a laptop. I contacted the court and I wrote them an email and he intercepted the email that I wrote the court. And he's like, I told her yesterday only Legacy Media, because I wrote the court and I said, hey, will I be allowed to use a pen and a paper? And then the PIO intercepts the email and he's like, I already told her yesterday only pen and only approved media can take notes or something like that. And I was like, sir, that was just today. I'm not sure what, like, because it was just literally an hour before that.
Right.
But he wasn't specific. So I was like, what? So I instantly called Queen Sheba. I called Gerald from the NCB.
Shout out
and
to
I'm
Queen
like,
Sheba.
I'm like, I don't get a good feeling about this. I said, I don't know. I already booked my room and stuff, but if we can't even take notes and we can't have a guaranteed like slot in there, I'm like, is it even going to be worth it? It's going to be racist out there. Like, you know, and Queen Sheba, like, she can't, like, pulled me off the ledge and she's like, it's going to be fine. She said, I don't think that they're going to stick to that. There's no way they're going to stick to that. And lo and behold, like, more people started to complain about not being able to take notes. I think one person had told me that they told them, like, listen, this sounds like a constitutional issue. This sounds like this is against the, you know, all of this stuff. And then after many people complained, then they decided to allow us to take notes. So going into it, I already had, like, it just gave, we want a certain narrative. We don't want you black ends. That's not what they said, but that's what I got from that, because they only approve white media. And so
how don't you approve like pen and paper? That's crazy to me. Go ahead, sis.
Yeah, so that's what they were saying at first. So I had an eerie feeling because I'm like, I was like, I don't get a good feeling about this. They already not even trying to let us write on a pen and paper. I'm like, what are they trying to hide? I'm talking to Sheba, I'm talking to Gerald. I'm like, this is weird. This is odd. Like, I was like, I don't even know if I really want to go or whatever. And then, like I said, a couple more people complained. Some people reached out from other networks. And then once like bigger brands, you know, wasn't a part of the 9, and they also said that they wanted access, then they wanted to change it and say, okay, well, now you can, you know, I got an update. Now you can use a pen and a paper. So going into it a week before, I was kind of like, I don't know, this just, everything about it just felt weird. Like, why wouldn't you want people to write a pen and a paper? You know, like,
right.
And then you go from saying that we can't use a pen and a paper to now we can. It was just like, everything was just like, something ain't right about this.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you. Now, you said earlier that you noticed a divide when you first got there, right? Jet Metcalf, along with certain media outlets, said that this case wasn't about race at all. Did you get that impression once you touched down at the Collin County Courthouse and started getting into the thick of things? Because they're trying to play it to the left, like it's not about race. You know, it's not about race at all. Could you feel the racial tension as soon as you touched down?
Yeah. So I mean, immediately on day one, they had white nationalists on one side, and you had the Black Panther Party on the left side, and so immediately just on break, I want to say the first break that we had, I was like, oh wait, people are out here, people are protesting, like, you know, it was tension in the air from the onset of the trial.
Were people being very like belligerent and derogatory? Were people getting called out their names, like the N-word and, you know, Raka? I don't want to say the whole word, but you know what I'm talking about. What were people getting called out their names? Was it that volatile?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, people were saying stuff to one another. Yeah, so
seemed pretty hostile.
What I realized is we would be in court. Like, court would start at 9 a.m. and sometimes get out at 6 p.m. So for the majority of the day, those of us that were inside the courtroom, we missed a lot of the action outside. So the only time that we got to see some of the action on the outside was when we had like a 15-minute break. We come out real quick, or we had lunch, which wasn't really that long. So on the outside, you would come out and you would see like people going at it. But if we wanted to get back in that courtroom, we had to hurry up and get back in. But there was racial tension, yes. And yes, people were going at it.
So,
and sorry to cut you off. Also, what I also saw too, the times that I would come out and I would see, you know, different things before, you know, people started to try to harass me. What I noticed was they would go up, like there would be white people, they would go up to black people, they would instigate, and then they would like start filming them to get like showing their reaction and act like, oh, look, these people are aggressive. But if you listen to the videos, you can hear the black people saying like, leave from over here, like leave me alone, like go on social media, look at the videos that these people try to paint certain narratives about black people, and actually listen to what the black people are saying. They would provoke them and then play victim and then start recording.
So you could tell it was intentional.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like some people out there was paid actors, in my opinion. But
wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. But what you're doing is, because you're so important, you're an important piece of this, Nick and Nite, because everybody that's watching, nobody was there. It's like being that the judge shut us all out. This trial is almost like a mystery. Can you understand what I'm saying? It's like a mystery on our end. I know with y'all, like you, Queen Sheba, and other people that actually went out there from YouTube, you guys have more of an insight. But to us, it's like a mystery, and I think that the judge restricting outside media or us to actually see it live or for this trial to be live streamed, I think it caused a bunch of controversy. I really do.
Yeah, and I felt like it's ironic that he did all of these interviews that to me seem politically driven for maybe a political run later. I don't know. I'm not sure. I've never seen a judge do interviews after any high profile case that I've covered unless, there's other motives. But
hold on, let me throw a shot right there. Okay, go ahead.
I found it ironic that he claimed that he didn't want outside coverage because it would skew the way that people testified and it would change the tempo. However, he allowed people to be in the courtroom to agitate, harass, and plant completely fabricated narratives around Carmelo Anthony's family and label everybody Carmelo Anthony's supporter.
Yeah.
But he allowed that.
I think he didn't want any outside coverage because we would have pointed out the funny shit. Like we would, it would have been too many people like seeing the obvious and it was a lot of what was it called? Probably favoritism going on, or he was allowing certain things to go on in the courtroom that shouldn't be going on in the courtroom. And a lot of people, he would have came under a lot of scrutiny. Even the prosecution, they would have came under a lot of scrutiny, right? So being that the courtroom was closed off, they had more freedom to navigate the courtroom how they wanted to, especially the judge. So that's my honest opinion. Let me see. How much of a difference do you think it would have been if the Anthonys would have kept the original black legal team throughout this trial? Just your honest opinion.
I don't know who the original black legal team is, to be honest. So, I mean, I think that whoever the team would have been, if they were a qualified lawyer, I think it would have been better than Mike Howard. He out of all the trials that I've covered Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion trial. Mm-hmm. That was my first trial that I covered that was high profile and in person. Mm-hmm. I covered A$AP Rocky trial where his childhood friend said that he shot him. I covered that in person. I also covered T.I. and Tiny OMG Dolls. I covered the Diddy trial. I covered the Nature Boy trial. And out of all the trials that I did, like day-to-day coverage, this defense was the weakest that I've seen ever.
That's crazy.
And I kept trying to be optimistic. Like when I was doing my coverage, I was thinking like, I even said it a few times. I'm like, he's not doing a lot of objections. I said this in my coverage. I have to figure out which video it was, but I'm like, he's not doing a lot of objections. And I'm like, maybe it was something in the pre-trial, like they squared away like what can be in and what can't be in the pre-trial motions. Yeah. Maybe that's why he's not doing objections. But once all of the legal experts started to do commentary on it, they were all saying that he was supposed to be objecting to certain things that in my mind I thought he should have been. But I was like, well, maybe because I'm not a lawyer, I was like, but this seemed odd. I was like, he's not doing any objections. This is weird.
The main reason why I asked my sister Nique to come here was her personal account that happened to her outside of the courtroom, and we're going to get to that. That's the main reason why I asked her to come here. Let me see. Were there some things you found?
I didn't see it. What are you at?
What's that?
It doesn't matter. Go ahead.
Is a comment? You want me to bring the comment up?
Oh no, I thought you were responding to a comment, but go ahead.
Oh no. So, what were some things you found strange as you were present inside the courtroom in the courthouse? What were some things you found strange? Just if you can name off some things that kind of stuck out to you.
I found, okay, so I understand that the bailiffs, they have to secure both sides of the families, like the Anthony family, they have to make sure that they are in and out, and the Metcalf family. But I don't know, the relationship with like some of the bailiffs or the deputies and the Metcalf family, like telling them like call them and I got you, make sure you're good. Like I don't know, certain stuff was just odd. The way that they were, like, it was supposed to be a gag order, but there was this one girl that was doing commentary on the court, but she was like always talking with them and stuff like that. I thought that was weird. Like if there's a gag order, then there shouldn't be a mouthpiece, or there should kind of be a separation, in my opinion. But I found that to be strange. On the inside, I talked about this in my coverage. I said how it was weird, and this was before the case concluded, before there was a verdict. I said in my commentary, I'm like, the defense is not bringing it back to self-defense. I'm like, after each witness, the prosecution is saying, hey, who provoked it? Karmelo provoked. Was it self-defense? And they're like, no, it wasn't self-defense. And they were hitting these buzzwords that sound very coached and coerced.
Right.
And in my coverage, I'm like, it's weird that Mike Howard is not bringing it back to self-defense. Like, this is supposed to be a self-defense claim. So if he's saying that Karmelo provoked, why is he not asking them about the actions that Karmelo had and debunking this provocation that they're trying to say?
What was his demeanor? Was it just relaxed, or was it just? Did he have this urgency about him as an attorney? What was their demeanor? Was they like?
No, he was just. I don't know if he was in over his head or if he just. I don't know. It just, as the day, at first, like the first day, I was like, okay, well, maybe they're waiting closer to their case to kind of really start knocking out these witnesses or discrediting them. Because basically, whenever you're in a trial, you got to discredit as many witnesses against the defendant as possible. And they weren't really. It's like, okay, they're kids, but you still, like, his life is on. You gotta rattle
That's a
them.
fact.
You gotta,
his
like,
life is on the line. Say it, yeah.
Yeah, like you have to impeach them, and there was certain things where he would call out that they said differently in their interview to the detective, but he wasn't really like driving it home. And any time that there is a case, the prosecution, say for instance the video with Karmelo and the stabbing, right? The prosecution went play by play and gave their account of what was happening under that tent. When it was his case in chief, he, in my opinion, from all of the other cases that I've saw, like for instance the YSL trial, right? In the YSL trial, they showed the footage of one of the shootings. And then when it was the defense turn, they broke it down play by play on their narrative. Like they gave a narrative of what they felt was happening that was contrary to what the prosecution said what was happening. And Mike Howard wasn't doing that. Like he didn't ever bring up the video again. He didn't really insert a theory. He didn't like. And in the Y&W Melly trial, there was his cell phone was tracked along with one of the cars. In their closing arguments, a lot of people were like, okay, how do you explain the cell phone data? His lawyer inserted a theory. It was bullshit, but he inserted a theory like, oh, well, isn't it that he left his phone on the seat and the car drove off, and that's why his car tracked with this? He at least gave a theory. He didn't even give a why as to the knife. Like everybody had a question about why did he have the knife? Why did he have the knife? He didn't even give a why. If you're not going to put him on the stand, you at least have to put somebody on the stand that's going to give the big why. He didn't give the why. He did not bring the witnesses back to self-defense. He just left them all on Karmelo provoked. It wasn't self-defense, even though their testimony was a complete contradiction to that. How can I be the one to provoke you when I didn't put my hands on you first, and I'm not the first person that comes at you sideways? You came at me sideways first. I was sitting here chilling, minding my business.
Absolutely.
How is that I provoked you? Like, no, like, and he never probed into that further.
Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. We got Nique and Nite in the building.
No Cap-tivity.
Listen, we're about to go into why we actually brought Nique and Nite here, because this is actually the most important part of the show. Before we go into this, before I ask her these series of questions, and before she just takes off, because she needs, listen, I want, Nique, I'm so happy you're here because, for one, you're a black woman, and for two, I'm a community guy. I love my community. I love the men, the women, and the children. And just how vulnerable I seen you at Collin County Courthouse, it really touched me, and it touched a lot of people in my audience, because I reacted to you being in the car briefly on my show. Before we actually go into that, we got like a little over 2,000 people watching, between 2,000 and 3,000 people watching. Please hit the like button. If you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button. The like button is right below the video, right next to the share button. I appreciate y'all.
And they corrected me on how to say my name. It's Nique, not Nick.
Nique at Night, not Nique at Night. Thank you. Because they know I hate mispronouncing people's name. Thank you. I appreciate it. Nique at Night. See, I told you had a cult follow. I'm just playing.
They like, it's Nique.
Right, exactly. So before we actually go deep inside what actually happened to you, because you told me a lot on the phone, but I want you to just say everything again. If there's some extra, I want you to say that too here on the show. But before we go into that, as far as one last thing about Mike Howard and Toby, did the Anthonys use the whole $600,000 GoFundMe on them? Or do you know how much they paid their legal team?
When I talked to Drew Anthony, which is Karmelo Anthony's father, I didn't ask him like, oh, what did you spend all the money on? That wasn't something that I asked him. But when I did talk to him, he told me that they got their own video analyst, like enhancer person, analyst. When I talked to Dominique, he told me that they paid for experts. So in my interview with him, because I was like, where were the experts? Why weren't there any experts called? Because I feel like if you're going to have teens, any case, like when I did the Nature Boy case, there was an expert that came on their case and their trial that spoke about the trauma of victims and why they would go back to a coat, why they would leave a coat, the nuances from like the psychological expectations, or the reasons why people will respond differently to certain situations and all of that. In his case, there was no experts to give an analogy on how you can be in fear and still stand your ground, or the nuances between like 17-year-old's impulse or bullying, or there should have been like a bully expert, or somebody to give a little bit more context to the situation. I see a lot of people who are non-critical thinkers, or maybe they back down when people come at them, and they just maybe were born to just let people talk to them crazy. But I don't think that it's realistic for a boy that's a leader, because mind you, he was the captain of his football team. So that shows you that he was a leader. He wasn't a follower. So I'm also a person, I'm not a follower. So you're not going to a person that's my age, you're not going to just tell me anything. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm just going to listen to you, especially if you're not talking to me respectfully. But just because I don't listen to you tell me to like get out of here, boy, like, and I'm just supposed to hop and say how high.
Right.
That doesn't mean that I'm not scared to fight you. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, two totally different things. And Mike Howard, he also, I felt like, failed at explaining the difference between a coach giving you authority and a peer. Because that's like major. If a person that's my age, I'm 17, they're 17, and they're telling me to leave and get out of somewhere, I'm not going to listen to you. But if a coach, an authoritative figure, tells me, hey, get out of this baseball dugout, I'm probably more inclined to listen to an authoritative figure than a teen. They didn't even probe into the witnesses into that. They just allowed them to just say, oh, he provoked, he was in who, and then they were like, who was in the wrong? Carmelo? How? Like, they didn't
Right.
go
And
into
let's just be honest. Like, I wouldn't have left if some white boys or any kind of boys actually asked me to, hey, you need to get up and you need to. Who are you talking to? You know, I mean, realistically, I don't know. None of my homeboys would have got up. First of all, you're not a teacher. You're not a. Who are you talking to? You understand what I'm saying? That's just crazy. So
yeah, but honestly, truly though, like, even though like I feel like they could have did this, they could have did that, they could have did this, those people had their mind made up before they got into those jury box, into that jury. During voir dire, most of them already knew about the case. Most of them had their minds made up about the case. And the biggest failure of Mike Howard out of all of them was knowing that majority of those people who spoke said that they would hold it against Karmelo if he didn't put him on the stand. And in my mind, I'm thinking, I've never covered a self-defense case in person, but I've watched several self-defense cases, and they always go on the stand when it's self-defense. Now, if it's just a plain out murder and you just go and you plot and you go and kill somebody, yeah, you don't get on the stand. But if you saying that this person attacked you and you defended yourself, in those cases, I've seen them put the person on the stand. There was this case in Florida where it was I think he was like either a football player or something, but he was dating some girl and her brothers had came to try to like check him or try to like shoot him, and he ended up killing one of them because they came to his house.
Right.
He got on the stand and talked about like how he felt, what he was thinking at the time, and he got acquitted.
Absolutely.
It's like,
I forgot his name. He played for the NFL. Absolutely.
Yeah, he was an NFL player. He got on the stand and he told, and when he was speaking, you can feel like, even if you felt one way or another, when he spoke, you were like, damn, that's fucked up. Like, damn, you could put yourself in that mind. Like, I'm going out to the front door. They in my front door. I got to protect, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. All of that. So it's like, I'm thinking there's no way he not putting him on the stand. There's no way. I'm like, the way these witnesses are coming in, the way they're letting each witness say that it was his fault, there's no way that they're not putting him on the stand. And then boom, they didn't put him on the stand. And I was like, people was like, what do you think, Nique? I was like, I don't know.
Well, seems like whatever kind of money they paid him, however much money they paid Mike and Toby, I just feel like they got scammed. I feel like the Anthonys got scammed, to be honest with you. Just to put it bluntly, from my point of view, I would have cussed my lawyer out.
Yeah, that's his name. That's
Travis Rudolph.
About.
Yeah, because I done cussed lawyers out before. People don't understand the lawyers work for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, but I can understand how that could have been their first time going through that. Now, without further ado, let's get straight into it because we've covered enough preliminaries already. Let's talk about what happened to you outside the courthouse. But before we do that, do you mind if I play a video off of your platform that really caught my attention?
Oh, of me crying? Go ahead.
Okay, here we go.
I'm okay. I just got worked up. I'm all right. Anyways, I came here to cover a trial, and that's what I'm doing. So I'm gonna give y'all a quick update. We only have a little bit. So far there has been 3 witnesses. The first one. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm surrounded by Black Panthers right now, so they protecting me. So the first witness was a 17-year-old who goes to Centennial. I'm sorry. I'm gonna come back.
So that was an intense scene right there, involving you. And when I first seen that, I was like, wow. You know, it's serious out there to Collin County. And when I seen it, it looked disturbing. It really did.
Yeah.
I mean, if you were my sister, I would have been ready to catch a flight out there where you was.
Oh, trust me, my family was calling me. My cousin called me. He said, I'm looking up flights right now. Like, I'm about to be on my way. And I had to think about, like, I didn't want my cousins to, like, risk their life going to jail behind somebody that was irrelevant, that was trying to cause that reaction, because my family, they wanted, like, they did not like that at all. And I don't. It was a lot.
Yeah, it looked like a lot. So obviously, the Black Panthers had to actually come close to your vicinity and your proximity for protection purposes, because there were certain people that showed themselves towards you in a threatening way. You know, I want you to take us through how did you even get to that point? Now, we talked on the phone. I don't want you to leave anything out, because I know by the time you got there to that point, other things had already happened. Take us to when you first got to Collin County. You told me about the line situation and this particular person. I'm going to let you call her name, right? Because that person's name.
So, I mean, everybody knows who she is. She's irrelevant to me to say her name.
Okay, you don't have to say her name. I wasn't going to say her name. I was going to leave it up to you.
Yeah, no, she's beneath me. She's a coward.
But before you say her name, that same name, plenty guests that I've had on the show that have actually signed off to see the video at Frisco ISD have been harassed by this same woman, have been doxxed allegedly by this same woman, to the point so that a few of my guests were reluctant to even show their face. But we're gonna get into that. I want you to take us from the beginning on your experience with these people. Go ahead, sis.
Okay, so basically, like I said, upon me covering this trial, I did not want to make a video about it. I didn't want to invest into who the side characters were. So upon me coming here, she didn't exist to me. Okay. I came out here, I think maybe like the week of, maybe she was mentioned by I think Gerald or somebody. But other than that, she don't really know this lady, never met her before. Not familiar with her platform. I don't really go to racist platforms. I don't like to go to like people who like, there's certain people who they won't like a person, but they'll go to their page. I don't go in racist spaces at all.
Me neither.
So she would never
I don't
come
go
down
in
my
racist spaces, black coons, house ninjas. Go ahead, sis. I don't go.
Yeah, that wasn't a part of my algorithm. So, anyway, so because I've covered many trials, I knew that it was important to always be punctual at that courthouse. So day one, there was a curfew that they said you can't access the courthouse until 6 a.m. So I timed it from my hotel to the courthouse perfectly. Like right when it said I would get off the exit, like right at 6. The first day I got off the exit and I was pulling into the parking lot right at 6 a.m. So this is June 1st. So I get out of my car, park my car, I line up, and I want to say like the third person in line, and we're just lined up outside of the courthouse waiting for the courthouse to open, because prior to us going to court, everybody who has submitted an application to cover the trial, we all had been sent several emails that emphasized be there on time, be there early, and first come, first serve. They said that you were going to be served first come, first serve, and the PIO in every single email stressed how everything was going to be first come, first serve. So that was heavily stressed in all of the emails. So with that in mind, I showed up at 6 a.m. And when I showed up at 6 a.m. on June 1st, I want to say it was, I think her platform is Pretty Girl something. She was already there. Her friend was already there. And there was a line sitter that was holding the line for Queen Sheba and Gerald from the NCB. It was all of us. We were lined up. We were waiting outside until 7 a.m. 7 a.m. the court opens the screening process to where we can be screened. We go through the screening process and we find the ceremonial room. Now, by the time it was 7 a.m. on June 1st, there was about 20 of us at the courthouse from between 6 to 7. When we went to the ceremonial room, they weren't going to open the ceremonial room until 8:45. So what we did, because everybody knew that it was first come, first serve, we lined up on the benches in the order that we came. And so that when it was time for us to line up, instead of us standing up and waiting in line for an hour plus, we sat in the benches in the order that we came. Now, that first day, some white woman that I don't know, she came in with a very smug attitude. She walked completely past everyone and sat all the way at the end. I noticed her coming in, and then immediately I heard whispers that, there's a racist woman. She's really racist, So I'm looking, I'm like, oh, okay. So that's the racist woman that people are talking about.
Right.
Oh, okay. But I stayed sitting in my seat. So I stayed sitting in my seat. And as the time went on, she came after it was already like mind you, the court opened at 7. We had all lined up on the benches. We were already seated. And then well after that, then she comes prancing her ass inside. When she comes, she goes, sits down. We all are sitting down in the order that we came. So then closer to 8:45, she goes to the deputy outside and she asked him, was it time to start lining up? So she, when he tells her, oh yeah, it's about time to start lining up, she goes and like goes to like walk to the front of the line. And then everybody on the bench, everybody was like, wait, hold up. Like we all came hours before her. So everybody walked to the front in front of her or whatever. So that day, I started getting people telling me about some posts that she made where she tried to shape it like Carmelo Anthony supporters, like she made an executive decision to form her own line or some bullshit like that, she said on her page. And then she said something like, Carmelo Anthony supporters rush the line and they don't know how to dress and they got do-rags. And I'm like, I don't see nobody with do-rags. She said that they have tank tops and do-rags and all of this negative stuff. It was like a completely
She was saying, they were saying that?
Yeah, like that's what she was saying. So she basically, what happened the first day, the judge didn't address the jurors until I want to say 12 noon. But before 12 noon that first day, she left. So once she got a bunch of negative stuff written down, she left. So she didn't even see the judge address the jurors that day. She just wrote a bunch of bullshit on her page. She came and, decided to create her own line and then call us uncouth because we took our right position in line. And so she
called y'all uncouth. That's crazy.
She didn't say the word uncouth, but that was the how she described everybody. Right. So so basically what happened was, those of us who cover trials and were there for the trial and not negative narratives, we stayed the entire day and we saw the judge address the jurors and address them and tell us that he was going to like come back on June 3rd, the next day. I mean, not the next day. The next day was off, and then we were coming June 3rd. So June 3rd, which was that Wednesday, it was the same thing. That day, I believe I was first at the court, or first in line. I was first in line, I believe. And I was first to get in the courtroom. So I was first standing in line on June 3rd. And then I was also first to go through the screening process and sit on the bench. And then the same thing happened. Everybody, as they came into the court, they all lined up in their order as we came in. So on June 3rd, she did the same thing again. She waited till 8:45 and she went to go stand first. And then I stood in front of her. And then Gerald was like, ooh, you gonna be on the news. And I said, for what? Taking my rightful place in line? Because I felt like, why are you everybody got the same email that it was first come, first serve. You see all of these people, like 30, 40 people here before you even got to the courthouse. And then you just, well, I'm just gonna stand first. Like, that's rude and disrespectful to me.
Facts.
Like, if you know that you got the email that said that it was first come, first serve, and you know that you did not get here first, and you see that there's 20 people that were in this courtroom waiting to access the court before you, I felt that was highly disrespectful. And so I knew for a fact that I was never going to say anything to her. I just stood first because I accessed the court first. I came first and got in line. So later that also, I think in that morning, she had, because the first day she had wrote all of this bullshit like, oh, this person walked next to me and they called me a demon, or this person said this, or it was like all kind of bullshit that she wrote the first day. So June 3rd, before
where was she writing all of this on? What platform was she writing all of this on?
I don't even want to promote her platform. She was writing the bullshit online.
Okay.
So she writes all this BS on her platform the first day. So once I saw that, I'm like, I'm never gonna be anywhere secluded with her for her to make up a lie on me. So I thought that I was protecting myself by never going nowhere in close quarters with her, but was I wrong? Because she still fucking lied. So the morning before we lined up that morning, she had went to the bathroom. I waited until she came out. And then I'm like, okay, now I could go into the bathroom or whatever. So she saw that I waited till she came out of the bathroom. And then I went into the bathroom. And then that day later on, she made that a thing. So day one, it was Carmelo Anthony supporters followed me around and called me demons. Then that day, I guess she had to create a new narrative, right? Like a new narrative. Carmelo Anthony supporter refused to share a bathroom with me. And I'm like, first of all, ain't you complaining that Carmelo Anthony supporters are supposedly harassing you? Like,
right. Exactly.
Why are you mad if a Carmelo Anthony supporter doesn't want to? And mind you, I didn't come there as a supporter of anybody. I came there as a independent media reporter that covers high profile trials like I've always done.
Absolutely.
Every other trial. But anybody black, that's what she would name them on her thing. Like, no matter if you had a resume that far exceeded hers, no matter if you've been in documentaries, no matter if you had done actual work in high profile trials and actually have been on publications that are reputable, not racist ones, no matter that, she was labeling anybody a Carmelo Anthony supporter, so that anything that anybody black did, she was basically shaping it in a negative way so that the Carmelo Anthony's family can get bad press online about their behavior. So that, and it is my opinion that she was purposely doing that to taint perceptions of the jury on Carmelo Anthony. Now, I don't know that for a fact, but from what I looked at and how she was shaping anybody black as a Carmelo Anthony supporter and any type of thing that way, to me, it seemed as though she was purposely putting these narratives out there because obviously the judge says that the jurors are not supposed to be looking at the case, but they are hearing about things going on. These things are being shared amongst their families. And if they weren't concerned about things going on outside of the case, then there would have been no need for the prosecutor in his closing arguments to address four people jumping Carmelo, as was stated on the news during the trial, but it never came out through court. So they know that the jury was looking at what was going on. So it is my belief, again, that's my opinion, I don't know for a fact, but it is my belief that she was purposely orchestrating this smear campaign on Carmelo Anthony so that he can, any action that any black person did would reflect on him and embellishing on top of that. That's my opinion. So day what is it? Day 2, which was June 3rd. Yeah, so I didn't want to go in the bathroom with her. So she later that day, and also she tried to cut everybody in line that was there before her, and I stood in front of her. She then wrote up another thing. They refused to share a bathroom with me, and a woman cut me in the line. It's like, how did I cut you in the line when I came to the courthouse before you, was in front of the courtroom before you, and the email tells us first come, first serve, and you were not first? How does that equate to cutting you? No, you were entitled, disrespectful, and you thought that because of your privilege, that your privilege entitled you to cut black people.
If I may cut in, excuse me, if I may cut in, it seems a little weird though. It seems like almost a little stalking, like stalkish a little bit. Like it seems like obsessive. Go ahead, sis. I'm just saying it seems weird.
I don't know if it's stalkerish. It just seems like a grift that pays. Like, you know, it pays a lot of money to be hateful and to hate black people. And there's a lot of people that hate black people, and they are
Chud the
like
Builder.
a lot of Yeah, they all of their gifts and goals rake in thousands. So what I noticed is there are a lot of people who have corporate jobs or jobs and they can't say hateful stuff about black people. So they will pay top dollar to these people who will push out their hate out loud. So, they're incentivized to do certain things, in my opinion.
Mods, could you please continuously put Nique at Nite's YouTube channel in the chat? Could you please put her link in the chat? And family, once y'all see her link in the chat, please, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe to her channel. Right? If you haven't subscribed to Nique at Nite's channel, make sure you subscribe. The mods are going to be continuously putting her link in the chat. Also, if you haven't hit the like button, we got almost 3,000 people in the box. Make sure you hit the like button. The like button is right below the video, right next to the share button. All right, and it's very easy. It's free and easy. Okay, I appreciate you. Go ahead, continue, sis. So,
okay, so that was day 2, which was June 3rd. The trial started up with jury selection June 1st. There was a break on June 2nd. There was a trial jury selection on June 3rd. And on June 1st and June 2nd, there was a couple people that were coming all the way from Dallas, and they would get to the parking lot around 5:30 a.m. And what they were saying was anytime that they tried to go into the parking lot at that time, that the sheriff was telling them to leave out and they had to leave out and wait, on the street until it was time. So on Thursday, June 4th, that was the first day of actual testimony. And I thought on that day that it was going to be the same thing. The sheriffs were going to be like making people wait on the outside until it was time to access the court at 6, etc., like they had did the previous 2 days.
Absolutely.
So I was coming with my uncle. He was following me, like he would meet me at my hotel, and then he would follow me to the court. So me and my uncle, we both exited. I was in my car, he was in his car. We both exited the freeway at 5:50. So I'm like, okay, they put that we are gonna get banned if we get onto this parking lot before 6 a.m. So I'm like, I don't want to get banned. I want to cover this case, and I'm not going to give none of these racist people a reason to deny my access, because
Absolutely.
I felt like people were purposely trying to agitate us for a response. And I committed that, listen, I'm not going to give you that response. I feel like it's important. I said, there's a reason why they're trying to keep our black voices out. So I'm going to make sure that I fight all urges to reply and not give them that. So I got off the,
He was bouncing around.
off the exit at 5:50, and I drove up the street, and I went to there's like a church a little bit up the street, and I'm like, there's no cars here. Normally there was cars like, waiting at the church so that they could just pull off and into the thing. So I'm like, there's no cars here. So I pulled in the church, I pulled and I went around, and then I started seeing cars turn into the parking lot. So I pull into the parking lot. It's 5:58. I'm like, I hope they don't ban me, but it's other cars pulling into the parking lot. So let me pull in. I pull in the parking lot on Thursday, June 4th at 5:58 a.m. And I park my car, get out of my car, and I look at the court steps, and there was 26 people already in line. And my heart just dropped, because I'm like, oh my God, I'm not going to make it in. I'm thinking that I was not going to make it in. I hurry up and rush to get in line. And I go to ask Gerald, like, how are y'all? Because he was already in line. And I went to go ask him, like, how are y'all already lined up? Because I was told the previous 2 days that they were ushering people out of the parking lot before 6. So I'm like, It's 26 people not walking from their car, not closing their car door, not walking to the steps, already up there lined up. And about 15 of them was Metcalf family.
I bet you was like, what the hell?
So I'm like, so the rules don't apply no more?
Right.
Like, what the heck is going on? So I go to ask Gerald, what the heck? Like, how are y'all already lined up? And then somebody in Metcalf family, she goes, security. I said, girl, chill out. Like,
Wow.
I'm not cutting. I'm just trying to figure out how you guys are already in line. Like, how are you already in line or whatever? So she said that, and I went and got in line. And so I'm in line. My uncle is behind me. He made number 28. Then there was like 3 people, and then it was this white woman that causing all this bullshit. So Sheba that day, she had a line sitter. So it was a black girl in front of me. She was 26, and she was there in line for Sheba. I was number 27. Sheba came, and the girl that was holding the line for Sheba got out of line. Sheba got in line. I never got in or out because I was always 27, regardless.
Right.
Like,
Absolutely.
I didn't cut nobody or anything. I was 27, period. And Sheba didn't cut anybody either because it was a swap. One girl came in and one girl came out. So we make it in the court. She didn't make it in the court. So that was the first day of testimony. We go inside the court. When we come out for lunch, people are coming up to us and they're telling us that this white woman was telling the sheriffs that we cut her in line and we're the reason why she didn't make it in the court. And I'm like, first of all, they could run the footage because I didn't cut no goddamn body. And I stand on that. And the footage will verify that. And that just didn't happen. Like, it was like, no, I didn't cut her. So what the fuck is she talking about? So I'm like, what?
Just telling blatant lies. So let me get a mental picture.
A blatant lie.
Just so you're saying these people were just telling blatant lies. They know they were lying. And
their privilege, you know. And it was even bragged about online. It said, it was a post that said Carmelo Anthony supporters laughed that Sarah didn't get in, hold my beer, or some crap like that. Like, you know, like bragging that she was going to make her way in. And lo and behold, she lied on me and Sheba because 15 of the people that were in line were Metcalf family, and she's good with them. And they were all, you know, chatting with her and talking to her. So she wasn't going to lie on them. She chose that, you know, we were going to be her targets and lied and said that we cut her.
But before you keep going, I did a live stream yesterday. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all remember me talking about liars and how the devil lies. The Bible says the devil is a liar. I told y'all, man, this stuff comes around full circle. Do y'all hear what our sister Nique and Nite is saying? And the way she's saying it, the way you're saying it, Nique, it was almost like effortless the way they was telling these lies on purpose, purposeful lies, right? To not only to demonize our sisters, Nique, Queen, shout out to Queen Sheba, but also to get their way. I want y'all to focus on what's going on to get their way. Shout out to Nique and Nite, man. Go ahead, sis. I just wanted to point that out because you tying everything in. Go ahead, sis.
So so after we came out for the lunch hour, people were coming up to us saying that they overheard like a person lying to the deputy saying that we cut her in line. And I was like, cut her in line? Like, clearly she's not saying me because I was there before her. Like, I was like, Sheba had the line sitter and there was a one come in, one come out. But even that's not cutting you because the girl didn't stay in line. She got out. Either way, if the girl stayed, you still are in the spot that you were at, period. So the court, they didn't, I'm going to assume that they didn't look at their surveillance, because they could have easily looked at the surveillance and seen that she's fucking lying. They allowed her to get in the court after that. So they allowed her to get in the court.
That's
and
crazy.
Then so that was that day. And so then the next day was that Friday or whatever. So I guess in the middle of the night, I didn't know until after I got out of court later that day, when I seen that she had like made me a target on her social media. So I go to court June 5th, and there was complete chaos in the morning. So because that there was so many people already lined up at 6, there was already 26 people already lined up. The next day, it was a ton of cars that was trying to gain access in the court. It was like 15 cars ahead of me when I got off the freeway at close to 6 on Friday. So I want to say it was 2 parking lots where you could enter into. The main parking lot entrance in the middle, and then there's a parking lot that was a little bit back. So I was closer to the parking lot that was back. And so I'm like, damn, I'm probably not gonna get in. So as soon as they opened up the ability to go onto the lot, people tried to zoom in because you got to hurry up and get to the front. Like, they weren't honoring first come, first serve. So you got to like dash to get to the front. So when people tried to dash to get in, they ran into each other and there was an accident. So that blocked off that exit. So everybody had to reverse and go into the other entrance. So once I reversed and went into the other entrance, I made it like by a sliver in on that day into the courtroom.
This sounds, I'm sorry, this sounds so stressful.
Yeah. So me, Gerald, we go, we park our cars, we run in line, and from that, like, I run, get in line. I think I'm number like 20 that day. So we all get in line, we line up on the lawn, right? We line up on the lawn, and then they march us to the front of the courthouse in order 1 through 27. As we're lined up, everybody's like, okay, they already count their spot in line. Everybody count their spot in line, and we all know, okay, I'm number 20, I'm number this, I'm number that, I'm number this. While we're in front of the courthouse, we had a line in the grass. We walk to the front steps. We line up. As we lined up, somebody in the Metcalf family came and cut the line. So everybody is very serious about their spot, and they're like, hold up, like, nah, like, he just cut. The Deputy Briscoe came up to one of the women in the Metcalf family and asked her, hey, did he cut? And then she said, no, he was with us. And we're like, no, he wasn't. He wasn't down there when we lined up, and he was not up here. He just literally cut. So all of the black people that was behind me was telling the officer that this guy in the Metcalf family just cut the line. Now, mind you, each family, the victim family and the defendant's family, have designated seats. Karmelo's family had designated passes that are guaranteed for their family. The Metcalf family had guaranteed passes for their family. They had about 8 designated slots. Outside of their designated slots, they had other family members that were trying to get in. So this wasn't their guaranteed slots. This was the public line that was supposed to be the same rules for everybody else. So basically, after that, it was complete chaos because everybody's telling you that he cut, and you're taking the word of this white woman over everybody in. It was like literally everybody in front and behind telling the officer he cut. Like, no, like he cut. So then that's when Gerald start going off. Gerald was like, what the heck? Like, you just gonna take her word for it? Like, we're literally telling you that he cut. And the officer was basically looking at us like,
the officer looked at y'all like that, kind of like nonchalant.
Officer Briscoe looked at us like, well, she said he didn't, so.
Hey, Nique damn sure called names then, didn't she? Officer Briscoe.
Yeah, because that's what set everything off that morning.
Yeah.
So everybody because that one person is the make or break on if you make it into the courtroom or not. So they basically, he allowed them to cut, that guy to cut. So then whoever was then 27 is now 28. So now they ready to like go off because how dare you allow them to cut that, like he wasn't there. It's literally a bunch of us telling you that he wasn't there. And Gerald, even though Gerald was gonna get in that day, it pissed him off. So when all of the black people started getting upset because they were allowing this to happen, they sent a black officer back there. So like all the black people getting rowdy, all the black people getting upset. So then they sent a black officer back there. And so that's when Gerald made his comment about, oh, you coming down here because Massa with the. So then that's when they kind of like kicked him out the line after when we were going in, etc. So that happened in the morning time on June 5th. So we go in, I make it in. Gerald, he didn't get to make it in that day because, you know, tensions were high. It was like, okay, they don't give a damn about what nobody black is saying. Like, we kind of, at that moment, it was like, oh, this, number one, the curfew didn't apply to the Metcalf family because it was already 15 of them in line the day prior to that. So then now you're showing us that like nobody black word is valid. Like, fuck what y'all talking about. We going with what they saying.
This shit sound like a sundown town, but go ahead.
So at that point, everybody was like, what? Like, wow. So I go into the court. I go into the court on the first break that day. I come out and this guy that's with this girl, she wasn't with him, but he was standing by himself or whatever, positioned near my car. And the day prior, when I came out of court, his car was in front of my car. And when I was walking to my car, then he moved his car. And I looked like, that was odd. I made a mental note on that on June 4th. I was like, why is his car in front of my car? So that was just a mental note. I didn't even publicly say anything about it. It was just something that was like a mental note, like, the hell? Like, what? So then the next day, he's outside of he's like in the parking lot. And as I'm walking to my car, he's filming me get into my car. So Gerald, he was live. And so I go up to Gerald and I'm like, I call my mom. I tell her what's going on. He got a gun on his side and he got clips and he got a bulletproof vest on. And he had been like mean mugging me throughout the week.
Wow.
So I'm like, this is weird. You know, like, what the hell? Like, okay. You know, like, what the fuck? So he films me get in my car. So I go up to Gerald and I say, hey, watch him. Like, I don't know, like, that was weird. So I tell Gerald, like, to watch him. Like, that's weird. So I had to go back in. So when we went back in, there wasn't really a lot, like we didn't stay in for a long time. Like we ended up breaking to lunch. I think we only went in for like maybe like 30 minutes and then we came back out. When I come back out the second time, Gerald was outside still, and this time he's parked next to my car. So I come out, and I didn't come out right away because I think that I don't think Sheba got in that day, and I believe that she was asking me what was going on, and I was filling her in on like, okay, this is what just happened, blah 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 blah. So I didn't come out right away. The white girl, she was already out before me. So when I come out, she's sitting in the car in the front seat, and he's in the car, and it's next to my car, and I'm looking like, what the fuck? Like, out of all these parking spaces, you feel me, and now you park next to me. I felt like that was weird. Like, that's odd. Like, why are you parked next to my car? So now that he's parked next to my car, I called Gerald over again, and I say, Gerald, did she park next to me on purpose? Because I'm still trying to process all of this. Whole time, Gerald's live. He's live. And I'm like, did she park next to me on purpose? And then he looks, he's like, oh, that's Sarah Fields. He's like, oh yeah, you better move your car. Like, you don't know if they putting trackers on or whatever. So I moved my car. And then once I moved my car, I didn't move my car like far down. I moved it like, I want to say probably like two or three spaces up. So I moved my car, get out, and then Gerald was telling me like I should move my car down further. And I was like, nah, like it should be fine, like right here or whatever. But I was just like, that's weird. Like, what the hell? You know, like, what the fuck? So I go back in, I attend the rest of the trial, I come out, and then at the end of the day, I saw that Dennis Byron had tweeted a tweet about me making mention that they had filmed me getting into my car, blah, blah, blah. But in his tweet, he said that it was a parking garage. Now, I never said that it was a parking garage because I know damn well that it's not a parking garage. Like, I've been there every single day. I never said a parking garage. But because he made that mistake in posting and saying that it was a parking garage, she then reposted it and she was like, oh, they're trying to target me. Mind you, he filmed me getting in my car. Right. They parked next to me. Bitch, you know that you were parked next to me when I came outside. You know that.
Absolutely.
She went on live, took Dennis Byron's tweet, posted it on her page. And mind you, this was the second time she posted me because at this point, I didn't know that she already had tried to target me earlier that morning. I didn't even know about her Twitter. So she posts, they want me dead.
Hold on, wait. What?
She posted me complaining that they filmed, well, not they, let me be politically correct here. Her thug or goon that she had with her, he filmed me getting in my car. When I came out for the next break, both of them were next to my car, in my car.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not in my car, parked next to my car.
Right.
At this point, I'm like, you know what? Once I processed everything, I posted about it because if anything happened to me, I need my mom to know, my community to know, all of them to know, you know, because what is, you know, I'm like, I don't know what they're planning, what they're plotting, what they're, you know, I didn't know. So I decided at this point for my safety, let me post that this weird occurrence is happening. from that, Dennis Byron posted a tweet. He made an error and said parking garage. She reposted what Dennis posted and said, they're trying to target me. They want me dead. And she gonna say, like she needs to beef up her security because we want her dead.
That's crazy though. I'm saying like for someone to just to fabricate something like, and I want you to take your time and listen. I want my sister to take her time, and I'm glad that you're sharing all these.
Because I gotta do something, but so yeah, so that happened. So after I leave from the courthouse and I see that there's this post that Dennis posted, I see all of this stuff, and I call Dennis and I'm like, Dennis, you know, it wasn't a parking garage, it was a parking lot, you know. Okay. And then, you know, I tell him that it wasn't a parking garage. He didn't take the tweet down or whatever, which whatever. But I never said parking garage because I know for a fact it wasn't. I know where he filmed me at. It was the parking lot. And I know where they parked next to me was the parking lot. After I left the courthouse, then I talked to somebody else and they said, hey, did you know that she posted you on her Twitter? And I'm like, no. So earlier that day, she had posted me saying, oh, this is the girl that's cutting me in line. And it was my video retweeted. And then next to it was, I guess, supposedly a post of Austin Metcalf, but it was with guns. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, what the fuck is that about? Like, that's weird, you know?
Yeah.
So then comes the 6th, I want to say. Went to Saturday court or whatever. Then Sunday, I don't know if it was, I gotta look at the days exactly, because after that, like, I think it was the 7th. She then took Queen Sheba's video. It was a video that Queen Sheba had took on Saturday. And she took Queen Sheba's video and posted it on her page. And she called Queen Sheba a liar. She said, oh, they're lying. This didn't happen in the court, blase, blase. Then the person in her comments asked, who is this? Like, who are you talking about? And then she posted my post where I said that they filmed me in the parking lot. So the person was asking her, who's a liar? Who's not telling the truth? So she used Queen Sheba's video to say that it was me that was lying about the Karmelo Anthony case. And then her proof was, look, this is the same one who said, you know, about the parking lot thing. Like, she tried to tie that I was Queen Sheba and trying to say that my commentary was a lie. But
she knew you wasn't Queen Sheba.
She knew. She see me and Queen Sheba every day. It's only 27 people get in the courtroom. Me and Queen Sheba was there every single day. She knows the difference. She could play that, oh my God, I thought they were the same because they got a similar hairstyle all she wants. But she knows the difference. We were standing in line together. We were talking every day, and every day she was writing her little descriptions in her pad. She knows that there was 2 of us. She knows that who Queen Sheba is, period. So,
playing dirty.
So at that moment, later that night, I say, you know what? This seems like a smear campaign. Like, I'm not going to play with this defamation. Like, this is defamation of character. You're purposely like slandering my platform at this point, and it's like ridiculous, you know? So then that Monday, after she said that, you know, she needed beefed up security, like we were trying to kill her, we were trying to get her to be dead, and all of this stuff that she's signaling to the Proud Boys, that Monday when I come out of break like I normally do. And when I come out, these Proud Boys, as soon as I come out, they dart across. And I'm talking to, I think JRL reports, they're standing behind him. And the whole time they're standing behind him, one got his face fully covered, like in a fully covered mask. Another one was like standing and he was looking, and then he was like mad dogging me up and down, and then the other one like came, and they all like were in position behind JLR reports. So I'm looking at this and I'm talking to JLR Instigates or whatever his platform is. And I'm like, he's asking me how things are going. And I'm like, yeah, people have been trying to intimidate us. And as I'm talking to him, I'm looking, I see the guys behind. And then as I'm talking, like they start inching, like, a little bit closer or whatever, like taking one step, like, like it was just crazy. So I started to get worked up because in the morning, what happened was one of the officers had signaled to the white girl that her boy was good. Like he had made a comment. I gotta look at my notes to see which day, but he had made a comment. I think it was Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
That after I had complained that they had filmed me in the parking lot, because I went to the deputies and complained right when it happened, and complained, the very next day their whole mood changed. Like their mood changed, and the guy had like made a comment to her, but it was like near me, but she was like a few people back where he could have just walked up to her. He was like, oh, I talked to your boy, he's good, let him know he's good. So I took that as a signal like they were okay to harass us, So then fast forward to Monday, here I just put this girl on notice that the defamation, like I'm not going to stand for it. And then now all of these Proud Boys are up here and me mugging me and all of this stuff. So I get worked up, like I get infuriated, because I'm like, if anything happened at this moment, I can't depend on the officers to protect me. They already got guns.
That's got to be scary. That's got to be scary. If the officers, you're seeing that the officers are kind of like
backing it up, like okay with it.
That's crazy.
Okay with it. The PIO, his phone went off in the court, and he was like, "Oh, my bad. I was looking on Twitter. I was seeing what people were saying on Twitter." Like they know what was going on, and did nothing. Like allowed it. So I get worked up because my uncle's there, and it's just, it's me and him. And although I know Queen Sheba, but she wasn't even around at that time. And then these are men trying to intimidate me, a woman. And I'm like, if anything go down, one guy, his face is completely covered. One of the people that was a goon with her had a firearm or whatever. And I'm just thinking in that moment, like, it's just me and my uncle against whatever at this point. Like, I can't even go to the officers because they're not going to protect me. So I just immediately overcome like all of these emotions. And I start crying because it was just so much. Like I was seeing what was going on in the courthouse and how, everything was going. I was seeing how, they just letting the Metcalf family cut, or they just letting, certain, like the news people was even cutting in line, and they was able to access the parking lot before everybody. And they was letting them get on the parking lot at 4:30, and they was getting first line dibs. And then, it was so much going on. And then on top of that, we were not sleeping well. We were only running off 2 to 3 hours of sleep. And so it was all of this overcoming of emotion of like, at the end of the day, it's just me and my uncle. And so I just start crying because, and they were like, like right there. And then so I go and I'm like, well, let me get to the car. So immediately when I go to the car, somebody goes and finds the Black Panthers. At this point, I didn't even know that they were there that day. They go get the Black Panthers, and they surround the car. So then that's when they had came to the car, and they was like, "No, sister, you came here to do a job. You finish your job. You finish what you came here to do. Don't let them get you off track." So then I tried to go live, and I was like, okay, I was crying, but I was like, you know what? They were like on the side of the car and they were giving me a pep talk and they were like, you came here to do a job. So I'm like, okay, let me try to get through it. So I'm crying.
Yeah.
And then I get my notes and I'm like trying to talk. And then as I'm talking, I just, I can't get it together. So I was like, okay, so that's the video that you saw.
Right.
So I was like, you know what? I can't do it. Like, let me end the live, because they were like, no, you came here to do a job. Go, report how you were going to report, blah, 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 blah. So I tried. I can't. I end the live. So then once I end the live, they start like speaking positivity into me and they start, encouraging me to like, pull it together. And they said, listen, sister, we got you. And so they tell me that they got me or whatever. And then they were like we got you. You came here. Don't let them knock you off course. Go and report.
I can keep it on the screen if you want to get like a tissue or something. I can keep it on this screen.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No. I got you.
So then that's when this video happened. And they basically covered me in a circle. So as they were like covering me in a semicircle, on the other side of them were the Proud Boys. And once the Black Panthers came around me, they backed up like closer to the tree. And so as I'm talking, and I see them like, like taking my picture and, just doing all kind of stuff like, snapping my picture. So then that's when I make a note and I'm like, hey, they just took my picture. And then as I'm talking, there are different people like trying to approach and walk up. And as they're walking up, like, I think there was like these two white ladies. They were like, oh no, we're not a part of them. We're not a part of that. And they kind of like backed them up and walked around. And then I kept getting distracted because I'm like, what's going on around me? Like, what's happening?
Right. You just look back then. Yeah.
Because, it started to be all this movement. And as there was like more and more movement, they got closer and closer and closer in to like surround me. And so I was just trying to like hold it together. But that's basically what happened leading up. Sorry that I got emotional again, but
it was a lot. I understand.
It was a lot. Yeah.
But from beginning to end, it's a lot to me.
And I feel like I'm not even. It was even more in there than in
really?
that I'm probably not. That I'm probably like mentally like skipping over. I had to daily write notes like of what's going on, names, this, that, like all kind of keeping a record, because at the end of the day, everything that went down wasn't right. And at the end of the day, there will be accountability for the smear campaign, for the harassment, for the targeting, for the intimidation. All of those things will be accountable. So, that's all I would say about that. But I have to go. Okay. Or if I stay on, I just have to turn the camera off.
You ain't got to turn your camera off. Let me do this. You can just talk from this from the green room.
Okay. Yeah. So.
Yeah, you can talk from the green room.
But I have to get up, but I can still talk to you. I'm gonna just let me see. I have to take this off.
Actually, this is good.
But go ahead. If there's anything else that you want to, I wonder if I unplug this, will you still be able to hear me? But go ahead. Is there anything?
I did have a couple of things I wanted to cover, but before we segue, I wanted to say this. Thank you for sharing that story with us on this platform. A lot of people did not know what you went through. The reason why I felt like it was important to platform you and what you went through is because I know we've been focusing on Karmelo Anthony, But the reason why I feel like your story is so important is because what you shared actually gave us a great indication of the atmosphere in Collin County. You understand what I'm saying? It gave us a very good picture of, you know, the whole atmosphere in Collin County.
No Cap-tivity.
Yeah, I'm still here. Go ahead. Sorry. I just had to move around.
If you went through that, imagine what Carmelo Anthony was up against. This is what I want everybody to understand.
Yeah.
This was about race. They want to keep pushing this narrative like Jeff Metcalf and, you know, other people that are friends with him. They want to push this now. Oh, it's not about race. It was never about race. Yes, it is. And they know it. And they had that mentality from the beginning. Look at what our sister Nique at Nite went through. Right? But guess what? She still stayed out there like a damn soldier, man.
No Cap-tivity.
Look at her. They couldn't stop my sister. And see, this is why I take my hat off. I was saying even during that time, I just take my hat off to the sisters, man, because the sisters was not playing around. Shout out to Nique at Nite for being at the forefront of that. Or one of the ones at the forefront, right? And y'all heard what she said. Did y'all catch the last thing Nique at Nite said? Y'all ain't even catch the last thing she said, did you? Oh, she said it ain't over. It is not over. You're going to pay. Yeah. You understand? So don't mistake the tears for weakness. That's what I want y'all to understand that. Don't mistake her tears for weakness. Nah. Nique is a soldier. And we appreciate you, Nique. Now, this is what I want to do. Are you there, Nique? Oh, she might have stepped away. Okay, I think Nique might have stepped away. But I wanted to cover some, as a matter of fact, let me read a couple more super chats until she gets back. Okay, she kind of dropped down. Okay, there she is. All right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I was talking the whole time. I don't know what was going on.
I couldn't hear you. But we hear you now. But
okay. Yeah, it was emotional, and I was the only one that, like, you conceived me crying because I went live at that point because the Black Panthers was like, nah, finish what you got to do, what you came here to do. Yeah. But I wanted to let you know that every single Black person up there broke down at some point. Like, everybody cried. Everybody got, you know. Yes. If you talk to everybody that was covering the case, told me about them breaking down at some point or another. It was that deep.
Damn. But when y'all came back to your YouTube channels, except for you, because we visibly seen you get emotional, right? But like other people like Queen Sheba and other people, it just seemed like, you know, people did keep their composure. But for you to say that, it really just sheds a lot of light on just the tenseness out there and the atmosphere. It was very racially charged. I'm gathering that it was very racially charged.
It was racially charged, and it was letting you niggas know that y'all is over there and we got them over here.
Okay, let me ask you this. Did it seem more friendly for the Metcalfs and their family?
Yes.
What did you say, sis?
They were, on the first 2 days, they were friendly to us as well. I even talked about how nice they were. Right. But immediately, instead of coming to us and asking us if the lies that was being shared is true or not, they just took anybody white's word and didn't ask us about it. They just treated us like shit after that.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I live in Florida, and the old okie doke is, you know, they're always nice to you in the beginning. That's just the play. If some of y'all are unfamiliar with the play, that's how it goes. They're always nice in the beginning, but I'm gonna tell you right now, just stick around for a little while. You'll see the real them, right? And listen, I want to say this: not all of that demographic is bad. I just want to say that, but there is a certain demographic, a percentage of that demographic that not only are racist and have an agenda, right? But they feel entitled, and if they feel like they really do have a privilege. And they feel like you are beneath them or lesser, right? And they feel like, when it comes to you versus them, they should basically have more privilege than you, because of who they are, right? What I did want to segue into, Nique, is you interviewed Dominique Alexander, correct?
Correct.
There's something that you brought out in that interview as far as about Karmelo Anthony. And I wanted to play it, and I wanted us to actually react to what I'm about to play. Let me see. Okay. I think it's on timestamp 52. Here it is. I already got it set up. And shout out to everybody. I'm going to read super chats in 1 second. Thank y'all for being patient. Here we go.
Looked into that system yet.
Okay. Somebody said, why didn't the defense bring up the Metcalf brothers were suspended a week prior and that Karmelo was in the tent a week prior? I can't answer the first question. I guess we can answer that or not. I don't know. But I do know that they did mention him being in the tent 10 days prior, and they showed footage. They showed pictures of Eddie and Karmelo sitting on the bench together at the prior track meet as well. As far as
Nique, a lot of people don't have that information. A lot of people don't know that.
they released the footage, the picture of him and Eddie at the bench together. That was 10 days prior to the track meet.
On the bench, not on the bleachers where they were.
They weren't on the picture that they admitted into evidence was not on the bleachers, but there was testimony that they were on the tent, under the tent 10 days prior as well.
I'm telling you, Nique, a lot of people don't know this.
There was a defense witness. It was a black boy who testified that him and Karmelo was underneath the tent 10 days prior. It was a defense witness it was either Saturday or Monday. I have to look at my notes.
I'm going to tell you. Now, I'm not saying I'm right about this. I'm just using my spidey senses. You know what that tells me? Eddie went to Memorial High School, correct, Nique?
Yes.
How in the hell the Metcalf twins didn't know Karmelo Anthony prior? That's what I want to know. Somebody, here's the thing. Somebody lying.
Right.
Listen, I try to tell y'all, somebody lying. If you just put the pieces, Karmelo Anthony was sitting with Eddie 10 days prior on the bench, and my sister said in the bleachers. There was testimony to this. Karmelo Anthony is a football star in Collin County. Am I right about that, Nique?
He was a football captain. I don't know how much of it's like, if that means that you're a football star. But
if you're a football captain, you're a star. You're very popular at that school. And we know he fast as hell. I want y'all to understand that I played football. I played sports. I played football. I played basketball. We know other star players from other schools. We know them and we know of them.
Yeah.
For them to say, oh, we didn't know. I didn't know who he was. He was a stranger to me. We never heard of him. That type of stuff. Come on. Come on, bruh. You know they lying. Come on. Let's just be honest. You know? What do you think about that, Nique?
I do find it suspicious. I mean, not only was Karmelo on the football team, he was on the track team. Not only was the same, majority of the guys who testified were on both. They were on both track and football. So the fact that they were canoodling 10 days prior and somebody took it upon themselves to take a picture or a screenshot of them on the bench together.
Absolutely.
That nobody saw him, nobody knew him, but I don't. That's weird.
Absolutely, and this is coming from Nique at Nite, who was actually in attendance at trial. That's why I want y'all to understand, right? She wasn't just outside reporting. Nique was actually, she had access inside the trial, and y'all heard her. She did her due diligence, waking up early every morning, traveling to the courthouse, making sure she made it in line. And she was present there. That's why Nique at Nite is so valuable. And she's a part of history, right? Now, I don't want to keep my sister too much longer, but I want to go over one more thing, because you were one of the few people that interviewed Dominique. Now, I know you never actually went down to Frisco ISD to actually see the video that a lot of people seen. You seen what was played in court, right, Nique?
Yes, I seen what was played in court. I didn't go to ISD.
Right. Now, I'm going to play this, Nique. You don't even have to say nothing. I just want to show this to you, Nique, okay?
Okay.
All right. Let me see. I think it's timestamp 39. Here we go. All right.
And what they're going to do with that appeals attorney is make that decision, and they're going to call the Next Generation Action Network. And what we're going to do, just like everybody heard me say, we gonna write the first $10,000 check to it.
All right. So I think that's amazing, and I'm glad that they have someone that can, help along the way. What I want to know is the video, right? Taking it back to the case, there's so many conflicting stories about this video. Now, what we saw inside the courtroom was a grainy, hard to see video, but there was a lot of people outside the courtroom who said that they went to ISD and watched the footage and said that it was clear, and they said that they saw more than what we were shown. Can you speak on that?
Well, so Nick, you know I wasn't in there, right? But I can tell you I did see the video at Frisco ISD. And the video that at Frisco ISD, it's not like you can sit there and look at the pimple on someone's face, but you can identify what's there, right? In front of you. And so what has been described to me, is like, no, you could at least kind of know and count how many people right there.
Well, we can count how many bodies, but we can't see like faces. You know what I mean? Like we could see like, okay, somebody sitting right there, somebody sitting right there, but we couldn't see like Karmelo in Austin's face, or you know what I mean? It just was like kids there.
Mm-hmm.
Some people were saying that they were able to see him getting jumped. I couldn't see that. So I was wondering if you guys...
Now, it makes sense that Nique couldn't see that because she watched the video in court. But listen to what Dominique said.
Saw something different.
No, it's not, I didn't see that with that video. No. I
I
didn't
didn't
see
see it
I
either.
didn't see him. I didn't see him.
Now I didn't understand. I didn't see that video. 'Cause it was he was kind of confusing, but I was
Getting jumped. Oh, you know what I mean? Like I didn't see him. I didn't see him getting jumped. Oh, you know what I mean? Like I saw movement over there. I saw that there was multiple people around him, but I didn't see oh he was getting, you know what I mean, like the altercation. No.
so neat. I was confused by his explanation. I ain't gonna lie. I was confused. You didn't see the altercation. You didn't see the altercation at all. I didn't know what he was saying. First he said I did. First he said he actually signed off to see the video. He said he didn't say signed off. I take that back. He didn't say signed. He said he seen the video at ISD, Frisco ISD. Then when he went to explain what he seen, he said he didn't see him getting jumped. He said he seen some commotion, but he didn't see the altercation. I didn't know. So I asked one of the people, one of the leaders that's been leading as far as getting the word out, as far as the group of people that signed off to see the video at Frisco ISD, right? And they sent me a complete list of the people that actually was able to see the video, right? This came from Frisco ISD from beginning to end, from the beginning to where they cut it off, because according to them, there was somebody at that time last year that actually tried to record the video inside Frisco ISD, and they caught the person, and that's why they ended up restricting people from. That's why they shut it off from people going to see the video. Now let me see. According to what my source said, she said that let me see, where is it at? She said that I don't know how without him being listed, it is a larger list of people who all made appointments, but a lot of them didn't show up. This is the last most up-to-date list here because my name was not even on the first list. The 17th was the day the girl tried to live stream it, and it was canceled from there. So I want to show you the list. If you look at this list, Dominique Alexander is nowhere on this list. He's nowhere on the list of people that actually viewed the live stream. So I didn't know exactly what he meant. And this is the bottom of the list. This is the 17th. These are the last 3 people on the 17th, July 17th. So this is the complete list.
Let me see the other list. Is that other girl on there? Because she claimed she saw it as well, but people said she wasn't on the list. So
okay, let me
she claimed she saw it also.
Let me go up from, okay, we got Susan, we got John, Jobin, Brandon M, Purdy M, Erica M, Kelsey M, Kelly R, Mary Ann M, Demetrius, I think that's C, Morris T, Darren, Mari, Lonnie, Career, Rich, Darren, Melissa, Sean, Tamithia, Becky, Leon, Kyra. Okay, Kyra, I know her personally. Deborah P, London, Kyla, Yolanda, Kay, Anthony, let's see, Adrian, Heather, Brian, Chantel, Antonina, Kayla, Janina, Darren, right? That's all the way to July.
And she swear up and down she went down to ISD and saw it already as well. So
who did you say?
That other woman claimed that she saw it as well, but she's not on that list neither. So
okay, there you go. And here's the last 3 on the 17th. 37, Stacy. 38, Chioma. 39, Tanya. So this is the official list. And Dominique is nowhere on it. So when he was talking, he said, I never heard him say he signed it, because you had to actually sign off. You had to sign off, show your ID to see this this video. So when he said, "Oh yeah," the way he was talking, he was just like, "Well, I didn't actually see the altercation." Well, you had to see the altercation if you watched the video. Even you in court, Nique, seen an altercation, right? You seen something, but I just didn't understand.
So what I want to clarify too for the people who probably don't understand, because now that the video is out there, people are like, well, I could see this commotion or that commotion, and they're probably confused. Number one, when we were in court, we didn't see the video that is released to the public. So let's be clear there.
Okay, that's why I wanted. Yeah, go ahead.
What they showed us in court was a blurry, pixelated video of the incident. What they released to the public was the enhanced video. Now, even with that video being enhanced, there was still some degradation to the quality. But what happened was they showed us the video like raw, exactly how it comes out of the surveillance thing. And they stressed that it's in 4K, but the videos or the TVs in court wasn't 4K. So they showed us the video. Then they had the video analyst guy. He enhanced the video. So they cut off all of the TVs in the public gallery and only showed the enhanced version to the jury. So we saw an even more blurry video than what was released. And what was released was still not 4K quality, because I could see raindrops. I could see, even though it was blurry, I could still see like rain coming down and certain things. But the video that they released, it was even harder to see rain, but it was enhanced. So it was like weird, because it was like it was enhanced, but it was still bad quality. So shout out to Kyra. Kyra was on that list I just read. She told me even the video that they just released, that's not the video they seen. It was clearer than that. She said that the video that everybody's reacting to and reviewing, that's not the video that they seen. It was clearer than that. You could actually see a lot more. And I asked her, I said, did Dominique Alexander see that video? Was he one of the ones that signed off? Because they know, most of them all know each other. They're like a group of people. She was like, nah, he never seen it. I was like, how do you know that? She said, because we have lists, people. He's not on it. I was like, well, he said he went down to ISD. She was like, he's lying. That's what I don't want to call him that. I'm not calling him a lie. I'm just saying, what I'm saying is that. All I know is that woman says she saw it and she ain't on that list neither. And she swears it down. But there was a gag order on the Metcalf, so I'm not sure if they showed it or if she actually went down there, but she's not on that list neither. And she swear up and down, oh, I didn't need to go into the court for the first half because all they did was show the video and I already seen it. So I have no idea. I can't speak to what somebody saw, what they didn't see. All I can speak to is what I saw in court.
I'm not going to speak to what somebody saw or didn't see either. I'm just showing the audience. And I just got to be honest. He went from, and the reason why I felt like this is significant is because that clip, I'm pretty sure you know this, Nique, that clip when he said that, I seen white social media personalities taking that clip and say, see, he didn't get jumped, and they just ran with it.
And just because a video doesn't show something because the video is blurry doesn't mean that it didn't happen.
No.
People with what he said he saw on a blurry video, but that doesn't mean that that's not what happened, because the people who got on the witness stand, what they testified to, you can't see happening in that video. We can't see him say, touch me and find out, or don't touch me, we're cool, or whatever the statements that changed from witness to witness, whatever they said, we can't see none of that neither. So that
absolutely, absolutely. But that's why I wanted to point out with you, you're separate, and what you said actually makes sense because you only seen, at the time, you had only seen the video that they showed in court, right?
Right.
I'm saying with him, he actually said ISD. He went down to ISD. Well, in order to go down to ISD, you got to show your ID. You got to sign off. You got to sit in the little waiting room. Then you go up an elevator. Like, they take a log of that stuff. And I was like, okay, okay, all right. I'm going to just let you be the judge. I'm going to let the audience be the judge. I'm not calling anybody a liar. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Y'all ain't going to get me to do that. I'm just saying, I'm just showing this because I feel like it's important to get the right information out. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing, you know, because this is a sensitive case. This is a very sensitive case. Let me ask you this before we wrap it up, Nique. What do you think about Karmelo Anthony's appeal? Let's talk about his appeal. How do I want to structure this question? From what you witnessed on the trial, from what you witnessed at the trial and how it was conducted, do you feel as though the Karmelo Anthony's new legal team have a strong position with getting an appeal? From you witnessing how the actual trial was conducted, do you think that, I'm talking about from them striking down all the black jurors, the inconsistencies that you noticed, even all the way down to the media being shut out and all that kind of stuff. Do you think that the Karmelo Anthony's new legal team, and they're calling these people Dream Team 2.0, do you think Karmelo Anthony's new legal team have a strong position with getting an appeal? In your opinion?
In my opinion, Collin County is extremely racist, and the judicial system seems like it needs to be completely dismantled. I think that what I witnessed was ineffective counsel.
Mm-hmm.
What I witnessed was a railroad happening, and what I witnessed was just the worst lawyering that I've ever seen in person by a defense.
Damn.
And I don't know how common it is for ineffective counsel to get overturned. I know that is a small, there is a small percentage, like 2% or 3% or something even less than 10% from what I know. 10% or less. But so I can't speak to what will happen. I just know that what I witnessed was not a fair trial, from the smear campaigns that was going on outside of the trial, from things being shaped to poison the jury pool on the media with BS narratives, down to the lawyers not objecting. Like, they hardly ever objected. I could count on my hands how many times he objected. And I talked about this on my video prior to the verdict, how it was weird that they did not object. So I don't know, but all I know is God got the final say. I know that they thought they were doing their big one by shutting down the Anthony's GoFundMe account every time they tried to raise funds. And now that they don't need to raise funds and the team is pro bono, they're mad about that. But the judicial system allows people to appeal whether you agree with them or not. And at the end of the day, God got the final say. So therefore, it's in God's hands. And from what I witnessed, I think that he should get a new trial.
All praise. Hallelujah. Huh? Shout out to our sister Nique at Night for loaning us her presence tonight. Maz, thank you for continuing to put her link in the chat. Make sure when you guys see Nique at Night's link in the chat, make sure you click that link and subscribe. I'm very humbled, and I'd like to give a special thank you to Uda On Go for connecting me and my sister Nique at Night. Plenty of you already knew who she is. Some of you just got introduced. Probably very few of you, but please make sure you click the link that the mods are going to continue to put in the chat. Nique and Nite, I'm not going to hold you much longer. I want you to give your final say, whatever you want to say to the audience, Nique. What do you want to say before you get up out of here?
I want to say thank you for listening. I know I saw some of the comments like, get to the story, get to the point, get to the point. If you live something as traumatic as that, this ain't no, let me just rush and give you what you are trying to find as tea. This is something that I actually lived through, something that was very traumatic. And I, even on my platform, felt like, okay, let me be tough. Like, let me not, everybody's like, don't show them weakness, don't show them weakness. But after I really sat in it and processed it, like, call it weak, call it what you want. I went through something that was very traumatic, something that I'm still processing, something that shaped the way that I look at other races, something that before I was so open-minded, like gave people the benefit of the doubt. And now I question everything. Like, what's your intentions? Are you evil? Because I witnessed pure evil. Like, how you going to take my video? I mean, not even my video. How you going to take another Black woman's video and be so dishonest to frame it like that's me, and takes another woman who's talking in a bathroom on audio and lie and say that's me when you know that's not me? Like, I've never witnessed somebody that dedicated to a narrative, a lie, a smear campaign ever. And seeing all of the racist bigots back it up, it just opened my mind like, damn, these people are cashiers. These people are the people that you see at the bank, at the gas station. These people that's under this post that are bigging up this bullshit, they literally are cheering on this person not do investigative journalists, because investigative journalists is covering a story, covering it well. Investigative journalism is not attacking anybody that you feel like got black skin or that you think might be a Carmelo Anthony supporter. That's not being an investigative journalist. That's being somebody who is, I'm not even going to go into what that is. I'll let others dissect that when the time is right. But what it wasn't, that's not investigative journalism. I've never covered a case, and anybody else that was covering a case, I'm like, okay, let me target this person and dox their information. Let me pull up their record and post it. Any of my trial coverages like that, like, where they do that at? That's not investigative journalism. Investigative journalism is finding the facts of the case, reporting the facts of the case, and being good at what you do. But when you're not good at what you do, when you're horrible at commentary, when you have no gift other than hate, and you have no alliance with your audience other than hate, then what else do you have? You have to target people. You have that, because if they post positive things, or if they post white on white crime, those people will not support it. If they post things about their own life that's not, you know what I mean? Like, those people won't support it. So what can they do? Commit to the grift.
Absolutely.
And all I can say is,
yeah, go ahead. No, I mean, that was powerful. Were you done, sis? Because you was cooking. That was powerful. Y'all give it up for Nique at Nite. And Nique, I completely agree with everything you said. And I think it needed to be said, and it needed to be heard by everybody that's watching. I want to apologize for calling you Nique at Nite. That was one of my favorite shows growing up.
It's okay.
When I was little, Nique at Nite. Yes, we got a lot of love for our sister. Nique, thank you. I'm not gonna hold you any longer. I will be watching your show whenever you go live again. I'm always watching you, and we appreciate you, Nique. Thank you.
I appreciate you for having me. Thank you so much. Also, if there's like, I might, borrow some clips from you. But thank you for having me.
You ain't got to tell me. You welcome. You know, hey, you my sister. Shout out to you. Shout out to Nique at Night.
No Cap-tivity.
Appreciate you, sis. Okay.
All right.
Nique at Night, ladies and gentlemen. Huh? What do you say about that? She showed up and showed out. And it was a roller coaster of emotions. It was a roller coaster of emotions. She almost kind of, had me a little. I mean, listen, it's serious, man. And one thing that stuck out what she said was she just didn't know that people could be that evil. Listen, you heard it from her experience. You heard it from her mouth. You know what I'm saying? Because I know when I talk and I say things, people are like, well, Freezer, you probably just biased. No, you heard it from our sister Nique at Night, her experience in Collin County, right, with these people. She said she didn't know people could be that evil. She never experienced that level of evil, she don't think, right? I want y'all to understand that. And how many lies were told against her maliciously and blatantly and purposefully. I need y'all to remember this live stream. Remember it. I appreciate you guys' patience. We're going to read all of the super caps and the cash caps and the PayPals and the memberships. We're going to read everything, and we're going to acknowledge the jewels after that too. We're going to acknowledge all the jewels. Let's see. Shout out to the sponsor so far of tonight's show, LOL, with a total of $50. Thank you, LOL. To be a co-sponsor or official sponsor of tonight's show, it has to be $50 or more. We got one cash cap, one extra cash cap. Shout out to Greg Stewart. Greg Stewart said, new Black Panther Party, Black Power. New Black Panther Party, Black Power. Shout out to the new Black Panther Party in the building. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to the new Black Panther Party in the building. Big shout out to y'all. All right. And listen, I don't know if we're over 20,000 subscribers, but if you haven't, we're making history tonight. We should be crossing 20,000 subscribers. This is the 20,000 subscribers live stream. We was just under 20,000 subscribers before me and Nique did this live stream. If you haven't subscribed, be a part of history tonight and subscribe and be a part of this 20,000 subscriber history over here with the No Cap crew. After you subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell. That's how you actually become a part of the No Cap crew. Subscribe now, and after you subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you haven't hit the like button, could you please hit the like button? We would appreciate if you hit the like button. The like button is below the video, right next to the share button. It's very easy and it's free. Shout out to the mods working diligently in the chat. All the mods, I appreciate y'all. Let's read super caps. Let's see, where did we leave off? Shout out to Scarlett. What's going on, Scarlett, for the $5? She said, can't wait for another phenomenal show. Get it, Freezy. Hashtag free Karmelo.
No Cap-tivity.
Tiffany Jones, $5 for the $5 support. Thank you, sis.
No Cap-tivity.
Rose a Day, $2 said, Edwin Potter's face is everywhere, and I love it. Hashtag Judas.
No Cap-tivity.
Yes. Also, Straight Like That, $5. Straight Like That said, Queen 88, stop hating, huh? Nah, come on, man. Ain't no hate.
No Cap-tivity.
Ain't no hate going on, man. It ain't no hate going on. Shout out to Straight Like That said, beware. Nah, I ain't gonna read that. She cool. She cool, bro. She cool. Shout out to Straight 88. Thank you for the $2 and the $2 and the $2. Straight Like That. Straight Like That said, Nique, classy. We love you, Nique. Also, shout out to JD. $2 said, this defense team didn't even try. Sabotage. Yes, they did. Also, influenced by Life's $45 said the attorney knew that the least amount of objections he makes, the least chance Karmelo has to file an appeal. The attorney knew that the least amount of objections he makes, the least chance Karmelo has to file an appeal. The least chance Karmelo has to file an appeal. The attorney knew that the least amount of objection he made. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. I think he has a strong chance for an appeal. But shout out to you, Influenced by Life. Also, Cynthia Hoggett, $5 said, who ideal was it to do a speedy trial? Shaking my head, not enough time. It was so many missing loopholes, and whoever heard of court on a Saturday and sentence. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Cap-tivity.
Shout out to you, Cynthia. Shout out to Scarlett. Scarlett, $5. What does that make for Scarlett? I think that makes $30. Scarlett, $25 super cap. She said, Mike Howard definitely was coached on what to do and when to do it by the judge. And the prosecution team, everything was rehearsed, which is horrible. Thank you, Nique. We appreciate you. Yes, we do, Nique. And our Freezy. Hashtag free Karmelo. Shout out to Scarlett. Thank you for the $25 super cap.
In the place, no cap, appreciate. Cash app, super chat, super stickers, memberships, PayPal's in the building, let it rain like that. Don't forget the 50s, don't forget them hundreds. Blessings coming fast, we ain't waiting on nothing. Appreciate everything that you spend. When you feel generous, run it back again. Cash app. Money talk, let it flow.
Thank you, Scarlett. Thank you for the $25 super cap. We appreciate you, sis. Who's next? Let's see. Shout out to Rose a Day. $2 said, fight win. Is that fight win? Let's get the White Devils GoFundMe shut down. Shout out to you, sis. Let's get it, man. Hey.
No Cap-tivity.
Hey, they've been getting ours shut down. So I'm with you, sis. Shout out to Shayna. Shayna 42. I said, how can I send you a video? Freezy76@gmail.com. That's how you send it. Shout out to Shantae. Shantae, $2 for $2 support. Shout out to Shantae.
No Cap-tivity.
Let me see. BBM Thankful $42 said SS Sam said Secret Service Sam said he saw pics with Metcalf mom and really and Carmelo Anthony's attorney. Really? Well, I need to see that.
No Cap-tivity.
Send it to Freezy76@gmail.com. Butterfly for the $10 said it is their nature. They are so demonic. Look at their history. And we're talking about the racist white folk. Not all white folk, but, a certain kind of white folk,
no
right?
Cap-tivity.
And I'm pretty sure other white folk would agree with that. Shout out to Scarlett, $5. That make $35 for Scarlett. She said, that's insane how they were going through all types of evil tactics to keep our people out. Is diabolical to me. And shout out to Nique at Night, man. She fought through it, man. Nique at Night fought through it, didn't she? Shout out to Nique at Night. Shout out to King of the Swag, $20. Thank you for the $20. Get a video for that. King of the Swag said, we love you, Nique, from the new Black Panther Party. We had you then and we still got you now. Black Power. Shout out to the new Black Panther Party. The new Black Panther Party in the building. And shout out to Nique at Night. Let's get it.
Hey, hold up, wait. Do I see 5s, Tens, 20s in the place, no cap. Appreciate it. Cash app, super chat, super stickers, memberships, PayPal's in the building, let it rain like that. Don't forget them 50s, don't forget them hundreds. Blessings coming fast, we ain't waiting on nothing. Appreciate everything that you spend. When you feel generous, run it back again. Ay, ay, ay. Money talk, let it flow.
Shout out to King of the Swag. Also, Big Bad Bull, $10. Thank you, Big Bad Bull. He said, Nique at night, thanks for sharing your story. Just know that you are appreciated and very much needed for all that you do for the community. Stay strong, sis. Stay strong. Shout out to Big Bad Bull, man.
No doubt.
Great message, Big Bad Bull. Avis, $5 said, why aren't we putting the same energy into our communities and youth? Look what happened out Chicago. Karmelo was right.
No Cap-tivity.
Shout out to you, Avis. Shout out to Night Whisper. Wood for the $5 said, he started telling, looks at his phone, changes the story and starts stuttering. Body language matters. Shout out to you.
No Cap-tivity.
Also, shout out to BBM. Thankful $2 said, was One Who Intrigues on the list? She did interviews. Yes, she was on the list. One Who Intrigues is just not her real name.
No
shout out to you,
Cap-tivity.
BBM. Shout out to King of the Swag. What's going on, King of the Swag? Hold on 1 second, y'all. Shout out to King of the Swag for the $5 said, just cause they your kinfolk, no, I'm sorry. Just cause they your skinfolk don't mean they your kinfolk. I believe he is lying. He didn't see the video Black Power. Man, shout out to you, man.
No Cap,
Black
Tivity.
Power, man. I appreciate you. Yeah, hey, man, I'm inclined to, listen, I'm on the same page, man. I'm on the same page. Shout out to May of Deuce. M.A. of Deuce, $5 said, hi, Freezy, Nique, and chat. I'm late, new, and a longtime supporter of Nique. Shout out to you. I want to thank Nique for sacrificing herself for the cause. Love you, Nique. Shout out to Nique at night.
No Cap-tivity.
Shout out to Nique at night. Also, shout out to Cynthia Hoggett. $5 said, do you see the pic Eddie and Austin hang out at the pool? Yes, we showed it.
No Cap-tivity.
Yes, we did. Yep, we showed it, man. We showed it. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you. Thank y'all. Let me see if we got PayPal. I know we had some memberships come through too. Hold on 1 second.
It's freezing. F-R-E-E-Z-Y. Hey. F-R-E-E-Z-Y. No Cap-tivity. You know the name. Freeze it. Let's go. I'm not a sycophant. I keep it true, I stand on it. I discuss the truth, I'm not yielding, I'm stamped on it. I make moves, steady building, pressure pack, talk. Check my channel, what I'm repping, real life walk. No Cap crew at the band, I'm stressing.
Okay, no PayPals. I think we got some memberships. Here we go. Let's see. Shout out to Scarlett, gifted a membership. What is that for you, Scarlett? That's $40 for you. Shout out to Scarlett, $40 for you. Gifted 1 membership. And lo and behold, look who received it. Our sister Lady Navoa received a membership. Thank you, Scarlett, for your membership. Also, Miss Shan just became a member. Our sister, the Tory Experience, just became a member. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. And today actually was our VIP Wednesday. I think I'm gonna go live on VIP Wednesday. Who hanging out with me? I think I'll go live for about an hour or so, 30 minutes to an hour. because this was a special, it was a special occasion. Shout out to my sister, Miss Cora. What's going on, Jet? Becoming a member. Mitra celebrating 2 months of membership. She said, hey, family, Karmelo going home soon. God has the final say, and that's a fact.
No Cap-tivity.
That's a fact. May of Deuce just became a member too. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, man. I don't like mispronouncing people's name. But shout out to everybody that became a member tonight. Make sure y'all maintain your memberships every month. Every month, make sure y'all maintain your memberships every month. And that's the only way y'all will be able to watch our VIP live stream every Wednesday, right? Which was today. And this show is not going to end. It's just going to automatically go into the membership, right? In a second. This show is not going to end. It's just going to change into membership. So whoever has membership, you will be able to still watch the video. Everybody else will get kicked out. The show will end for you. But listen, man, I appreciate y'all. But listen, even shout out to the people that was here without memberships too, that watched the public live stream. We're going to go into our VIP live. And shout out to everybody that just purchased the VIP pass. Make sure you maintain your channel memberships, which we call VIP passes over here, every month, so y'all can, join us every VIP Wednesday right here on No Cap-tivity. We appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Welcome to the No Cap VIP Lounge. We've been expecting you.
Yeah. No Cap crew. Welcome to the No Cap crew VIP. We welcome you, we welcome you. Thank you for the love, for the loyalty. VIP, it is here for you. You show up, we see you. All love, we need you. No Cap crew, VIP. We honor you, believe you, yeah. You've been riding, you've been solid from the start. Every view, every liking from the heart. More than gold, yeah, your worth can be bought. VIP, yeah, you play your part. Oh, we don't take it light. Every day, every night. You the reason that we shine so bright. Welcome to the No Cap crew VIP. We welcome you, we welcome you. Thank you for the love, for the loyalty.
Look at that. Keep it coming, we going straight to the top. Told y'all they couldn't hold us down.
Shout out to all the new members. You will be able to join us later on in a little bit on our VIP live stream. Thank you. If you would like to join us every Wednesday, make sure you purchase a membership, right? And you guys will be able to join us every Wednesday. Shout out to King of the Swag. Just became a member. You'll be able to join us. Looking forward to seeing you. Also, shout out to WIHD becoming a member as well, and DJ Sweetness for becoming a member. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. And listen, a lot of people are sending me information and videos to my email. There's no way I can just get everybody's video. I have to watch it offline, and then whatever I feel like is relevant, I might react to it. So don't take offense, because I'm in the middle of a live stream. I won't be able to get to your email right now. I'm going to have to look at it offline. And then once I do my next live stream, whatever I see that is useful, I might react to it. But thank y'all anyway for just flooding the email with information. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. Just keep whatever you have. If you think it'll help the show, send it. All right. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Let me see. What's going on, Justice for Ends? What's going on? Jules. How many Jules did we get tonight? Let me see. Pretty sure we got a lot of Jules. I want to try to call out the Jules. As many as I can. Okay, shout out to Latoya Jackson. Latoya Jackson, 200 Jules. Margot Greer, 10 Jules. Margot Greer, 10 Jules. Mitra, 628 Jules. Shout out to you, 628
No
Jules.
Cap-tivity.
Shout out to Mitra. Mitra, 67 Jews. Thank you, sis. Latoya Jackson, 200 Jews. Shout out to you, sis.
No captivity.
Sonia, 10 Jews. Latoya Jackson, 100 Jews. Shout out to you. Shout out to you,
no
man.
Captivity.
Yeah, I think that's all the Jews right now. Listen, every Saturday and Sunday we have No Cap Bible Study, and we have what else we have? No Cap Mental Health Workshop. Every Saturday and Sunday we have No Cap Bible Study, and every Saturday we have No Cap Bible Study at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time, we have No Cap Bible Study. Every Sunday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time, we have No Cap Mental Health Workshop. Once you join our Discord, and Mods, could you please put the Discord in the chat? Mods, could one of the mods or any one of the mods put the Discord link in the chat so people can see the link and actually sign up for the link? Thank you, CJ the Cat. Appreciate you, CJ the Cat, for the jewels. So whenever you guys see the link to the Discord in the chat, click that link if you haven't joined our Discord. And join our Discord, because I'm going to tell you something, man. We meet up every Saturday, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time for No Cap Bible Study. And it's not churchy. It's just down to earth, brothers and sisters uplifting one another, you know, and just sharing our own life experiences and infused with God's word. And on Sunday, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time, we have No Cap Bible Study. Now, once you join our Discord, you're going to have to private message me in the Discord, and ask specifically asking that you want to be a part of our No Cap Mental Health Workshop, and I will send you an agreement, and all you have to do is type back agree, and then I will give you permission, right? But first you have to click that Discord link and sign up. Thank you, Tanisha, for becoming a member. I appreciate Tanisha. I appreciate you, Tanisha. Thank you. And also, let's see. Thank you, Luna. Thank you, Luna, for posting the Discord link in the chat. I appreciate you. Miss Bree, $2. She said, let's put pressure on EP to tell the truth. Eddie Para to tell the truth. I think we're putting pressure on him now. Shout out to you, Miss Bree. One Leak, aka Malika Williams, for the $2 said, it's 12 a.m. my time and my birthday. Happy birthday to you, sis!
No captivity.
Shout out to our sister, man. Happy birthday to our sister. Let me give you a birthday song, sis. Let me see. Where is it at? Let's give my sister a birthday song.
Hey. 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 When I'm in rain.
Shout out to Malika. Happy G-Day to you, sis. I appreciate you. Thank you. Red Scholar said, Freezy, I sent 751 Jews. Did you? It's not even showing. See, that's why I'm saying, like, it's not even showing on my application. It's not even showing. I don't know why it says, but I apologize, because, you know, I'm looking at what's right in front of me, right? As a matter of fact, let me show y'all so y'all can see what I'm seeing. Yeah, this is what I'm looking at in front of me, right? And these are all the Jews today. These are all the Jews today so far, and it's just only showing me these. So I apologize, sis, because you know I wouldn't purposely skip it. I'm just reading what it's showing me. But thank you for letting me know that, sis. Shout out to my sister, Red Scholar. Thank you for the 751 Jews.
No captivity.
Shout out to Red Scholar, a.k.a. Kimberly Johnson from Temecula, California. And that's my sister. Stujo say, this is my new favorite channel. Man, listen, I'm humbled by that. I really am. I'm humbled by that, man. I'm still learning how to take compliments. But thank you Studio, and I love your name too. Shout out to you. I appreciate y'all. Thank you, Elite Belezo, and thank you to all the mods that's been, working in the chat. All the mods, man. Thank y'all for working in the chat. I appreciate all the working mods. Thank you. Let me see. Y'all, we about to get up out of here. I love y'all. Oh, no, I want to give a special. I've been thanking him all show, but I want to give a special shout out to Uda Ongo. Now, y'all telling me how many Jews y'all sent. That's why I'm going to change it, because that's why I gotta work this Jew. I told you I've been having problems with this. I gotta work the Jew thing out. And it's hard for me to keep recognizing the Jews while I'm interviewing, especially while I'm interviewing a guest. Usually I do a good job when I'm just up here by myself, but when I have a guest up here, if y'all notice, I just try to stay focused on the guest because it's rude. You understand? Y'all understand what I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. But I apologize for missing the Jews. Shout out to Margot Greer for the 20 Jews. Thank you. Margot Greer. Margot Greer, I actually shouted you. I actually shouted out your 20 Jews, Margot Greer. Yeah. But listen, Uda on Go, thank you, Uda on Go. I want to give a special shout out to Uda on Go for being such a good brother and feeling like this show was worthy enough to have his sister Nique at Night. She's my sister now on the show. Thank you, Uda on Go. I appreciate you, my brother. He actually reached out to me. And I'm gonna tell you something. Uda on Go is like, this dude is like a great brother, man. We need more brothers like Uda on Go. Thank you, Margot Grill, for the 260 Jews. See, I'm watching. I'm making sure I watch. I'm watching. But Uda, thank you, bro. I appreciate you. I want to just say thank you, bro. You're one of the most solid guys I've met on YouTube, to be honest with you. Thank you, man. And thank you for just feeling like this platform was good enough to actually conduct an interview with her. And I know you're working on some other stuff. I know you are. And if you're able to shake some, man, just let me know. Pause. That sounded crazy. If you're able to, to make it happen, let me know, bro. I appreciate you either way. Either way, I appreciate you. Thank you. Okay, Luna said, Freezy, I've been shouting everyone out, so if you go back, you can see all the Jews. Okay. Thank you, Luna. Shout out to Luna because, yeah, man. Yeah. So I've been making an announcement. I'm going to set this thing to, I think anything over 100 Jews. That's what's going to show up on my screen. Anything over 100 Jews. That's what's going to show up on my screen. Because 10 Jews, like some of the Jews are free to send, and you can just keep sending free. Like, I'm not going to be able to keep up with. I'm telling y'all, I'm not going to be able to keep up with all those, especially like 2 Jews, 10 Jews. Now I have it anything over 10 Jews. I think I'm going to set it to anything over 100 Jews so I can keep up with it. Anything over 100 Jews is going to show on the screen. Because the Jews is very tricky. It's very hard. Most content creators don't even call out the Jews. Have y'all noticed that? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all noticed that. Most content creators don't call out any. I call out the Jews because I want y'all to know that I really appreciate y'all support. I don't give a damn if one jewel is 1 cent, is 1 penny. One jewel is 1 penny, right? So I just wanted y'all to know that. But I'm very thankful for 1 penny. That's why I try to call out even if it's one jewel, I try to call it out, right? But it's kind of hard on me, and then it makes y'all feel like I might be just overlooking it on purpose. I'm not overlooking anybody on purpose, and I just need y'all to know that about me. I'm not overlooking anyone on purpose. Shout out to April. Thank you for the 10 jewels, sis, the floating heart. I appreciate that. Yeah, jewels are a gift, but one jewel is only 1 cent a piece. That's why they make you buy so many, right? Thank you, Ashley, for the floating heart. Uda said, you deserve it, Freezy. The Most High is great. No, thank you, man. All praises, man. And many blessings, peace and blessings to you, bro. Uda said, salute to the chat. And let me put Uda's YouTube channel in the chat too. Cause I don't know if the mods, do you have Uda's YouTube channel? Shout out to Jay Feezy and Shunflower for the jewels. I appreciate y'all. Let me put Uda on Go's channel in the chat. Shout out to Uda, man. Thank you, Tabony. Thank you, Tabony Gibson, for the flow state. I appreciate you. That flow state jewel is like a real popular jewel for some reason. Y'all look, I think that flow state, you can actually see it floating in the chat. So this is Uda on Go's channel. This is Uda on Go's channel in the chat. Make sure y'all subscribe to Uda on Go. I just put it in the chat. I just put Uda on Go in the chat. Thank you, Margot Grill. Thank you. I appreciate you. Shout out to Big Bad Bull. Appreciate you, Big Bad Bull. Thank you. And thank you, Luna. Thank you, Luna, so much, sweetheart, for keeping up with the jewels. You helped me out so much, sis. Thank you, man. And shout out to Red Scholar, a.k.a. Kimberly Johnson, for great modding. Elite Ballet Zoe for great modding. Big Bad Bull, great modding. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to Malika Williams. Welcome to the mod crew, Malika. Shout out to Malika. Y'all ain't noticed. Shout out to Malika. Let's see. Oh, shout out to Next Level. He came through too. Shout out to Next Level, man. Appreciate you, Next Level. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. Yo, shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. And shout out to everybody that helped us make history tonight. We did it, y'all. Channel Analytics. We just crossed 20,000 subscribers, man. We just crossed 20,000 subscribers, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. I couldn't have did this without y'all. We couldn't have did this without each other. I appreciate y'all. We just crossed 20,000 subscribers, and we got a lot of, it's just a lot more to go. A lot more to go. We're going to reach out to more people, and we got a lot more to go, man. Shout out to the Jewels, man. I appreciate the Jewels. We about to get up out of here because y'all show enough in the Jewel my ass to death. I know y'all is. I know. I see it. I see it coming. Shout out to No Introduction. Thank you for the jewels. Also, shout out to King of Swag. And shout out to Margot Greer for the flower. I appreciate y'all. Yeah, I'm going to set it to. I'm going to set the jewels to anything over 100. So that makes it easier. I'm only going to acknowledge the ones over 100 jewels, cause that makes it easier on me. Cause y'all, let me tell you, man, the jewels, like I could get buried with them. It could be impossible for me to Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, Mayor of Dues, for the 500 jewels. Thank you so much. Shout out to you for the 500 jewels.
No Cap-tivity.
Margot Greer, thank you for the flower. I appreciate you. Thank you. We're about to get up out of here, y'all. I love y'all. And once again, shout out to Uda on Go. I appreciate you, bro. And shout out to Nique at Night. Once again, shout out to her, Nique at Night. Thank you, sis. We appreciate you. We appreciate you a lot. And make sure you guys subscribe to her channel. Did we have any more members? No, I think that was it. I'm trying to see if I'm missing something, y'all. Am I missing something? Oh, no, the benediction. What am I doing? The benediction. Let me see. Yeah. That's more important than the subscribers. Reaching the subscribers. But y'all are important. I'm just saying God's word is more important than me too. Okay. All right, this is gonna go with what our sister Nique shared with us tonight. This is Isaiah 41:10. Isaiah 41:10. Isaiah 41:10 says, Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand.
No Cap-tivity.
Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. All praises to the Most High God. Let's get it, man. All praises to the Most High. That was good. That was real good. Let me see. We're about to get up out of here, y'all. Let me schedule the members only live stream. I'm gonna schedule it in 5 minutes. All channel members. Let's see. Okay, I just scheduled it. 5 minutes, y'all. We about to get up out of here. I love y'all. And listen, y'all know what I always say. To free yourself, you must heal yourself. And until the next time, we are out of here. Love y'all, man. Let's get it.
It's freezing, it's freezing.
It's freezing. It's freezing. It's freezing.
F-R-E-E-Z-Y.
Hey!
F-R-E-E-Z-Y.
No Cap-tivity.
No Cap-tivity.
You know the name. Freezing. 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 Let's go. I'm not a sycophant, I keep it true, I stand on it. I discuss the truth, I'm not yielding, I'm stamped on it. I make moves, steady building pressure back tall. Check my channel, what I'm rapping, real life, wall. Don't care, a crew that's the been all stressing. No cap! All that hate, still I don't flavor my lessons. Run up the numbers, feast me a plate. Fed by purpose, not opinions I dictate. More compass running hot on drift. I don't get stressed, I reach up, I live. Let on my chest, I'm on, no drama. Faith in my steps when I move through the calm. More this content like I'm moving keys. Work. Standing on business, making notes for the YouTube streets. Keep a few real ones close to teens. No captivity, listen close when I speak.
F-R-E-E-Z-Y. No captivity.
No change.
F-R-E-E-Z-Y.
from the streets, now we street. Level up, clear my heavy brain, real team. No cap.
F-R-E-E-Z-Z-Y.
One time.
No captivity.
All the time. Yeah. Sun out, Shasta, wall light, still heavy. Yeah, no rush in my talk, but they feel me already. I don't force nothing, let the way come in. No captivity, fear where I stand, where I've been. Palm trees in the mindset, calm in the storm. Pressure don't shake me, I've been built warm. Algorithm move when I speak, no chase. Every bar solid, I don't need a race. I don't chase clout, let it circle back. Real recognize, universal mouth. Channel stay growing, steady organic. No captivity if you feel panoramic. I play my positions to control the floor. Silent with the winds, let the numbers talk. From the pavement to the platform bridge. Florida cool, but I still bring heat. No captivity. No captivity. YouTube streets cold, still I stand tall. Say my name when the real ones call.
F-R-E-E-Z-Y.
No captivity.
Free mind, free grind, real identity. F-R-E-E-Z-Y.
They say my name,
I don't chase the fame.
I set the flame.
Free.
No captivity.
With freezy, with freezy, with free.
No captivity.
With freezy, with freezy, with freezy. It's freezy, it's freezy.
It's freeze, it's freeze, it's free.
It's freezy.
F-R-E-E-Z-Y. 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 No captivity, no change. You know the name, freeze it, free. Let's go. I'm not a sick fan. I keep it true, I stand on it. I discuss the truth, I'm not yielding, I'm stamped on it. I make moves, steady building, pressure pack talk. Check my channel, what on rapping, real liar walk. No cap crew that the bill don't stress. Holla hate, still I don't flake, learn my lesson. Run up the numbers, fix me a plate. Fed by purpose, not opinions, I dictate. Moral compass running high, I don't drift. I don't get stressed, I reach up, I lift. Hand in my chest, I want no drama. Made to my steps while I move through the karma. Move this content like I'm moving keys. Standing on business, making news for the YouTube streets. Keep a few real ones close to the 10. No captivity, listen close when I speak. Free. Say it. No captivity. F-R-E-E-Z-Y. No captivity. Free. Graduated from the streets, now we stream. Clean mind, hit the grind. Real T-Z-Y. No captivity all the time. 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 Sun out, chest up, walk like still heavy. No rush in my talk, but they feel me already. I don't force nothing, let the way come in. No captivity, free west and where I've been. Palm trees in the mindset, calm in the storm.